Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my live stream. And by my live stream, I mean Mobile Mayhem's live stream. Oh, sorry. Day, whenever your face cam is ready. Were you able to get it fixed?
Benzo says it's better.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna find out.
All right. Fantastic. Feel free to send that whenever you wish.
This is certainly the last time I'm buying an off-brand webcam, though.
Welcome! Thank you all for joining. Hope you're all
trying
having
to delete things on my iPad
a
to get enough space to download the game because that
day.
seems pretty important right now.
Well, oh, you haven't downloaded the update?
No, and that's what I'm trying to fix right now.
Yep, it is a fat update.
Yeah. I have 3 gigs available on my iPad and it won't let me download it, so I'm like...
Really? I thought it was only like 0.98.
I don't know, man.
Is it actually is it a good, have you played it at all, Bobby?
It's pretty good. There's, let's see. I'm trying to think about what significant changes there are that'll impact it. There was a pretty significant buff to the QQ9, so we'll probably see more players using that. As far as operators go, there's a pretty big Annihilator nerf, which I'm excited for because I don't think there'll be... I think there'll still be some people that use the Annihilator, but I don't think there's going to be nearly as many, which is definitely a good thing.
The VTOLs?
VTOL did get nerfed. I think they also made it so you don't need as many points in order to get it. I'm not 100% positive on that one, but I'm pretty sure.
Let me check.
And then
it's still 1600.
Still 1600? Okay. Yeah, I think they slowed the rate of fire on it. They buffed the War Machine a little bit, but not a ton.
What the heck, dude?
It's not letting you download?
No, dude, I have 6 gigs available now, and it's still not letting me download it.
Maybe restart your app store?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Did they fix the slug glitch where you can one-shot Molotov or something?
I did not test that. I actually haven't even encountered anybody that tried it just because the slug is so bad on the shotgun that it doesn't really, like, make enough of a difference for people to actually use it, so I think that was ultimately what that kind of came down to.
Oh. Some people disagree.
Oh, really?
I've seen some player in COD Esports. It's a professional EU team. There's their main lineup. Some player named Jim. He mains the shotgun and he uses slug.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Abusing bugs. Sounds like EU things.
Wow.
True. True. Speaking of EU, we got Stage 4 champs this weekend. Who's excited?
Oh, yeah. My cash is on cold.
Nah. Singularity all the way.
Who?
Cold's taking it, man.
Nah, Singularity, bro.
Singularity? I know they've been grinding. I think Miney was a little bit late on the switch to phone, so I'm interested to see how he does.
I don't know. They've been lacking Singularity. They lost a 2-0 against Pegasus.
Ooh.
Apparently a new team. The first game was 4v5, so understandable. But the second one they lost it. It was close gun. SND.
Interesting.
Yeah, you might be right, Zim. Might be cold.
Who are the others? House of
not all
Animus
the,
and
teams.
or House of
Yeah.
something.
You know,
Not all of the teams have gotten the phones yet. I think Cold is sitting on all of the Xperius.
you know,
Well, if
Drari
that's the
from
case, then they're
Hammers-
definitely gonna win.
Drari from Hammers, he's getting the phone 24 hours before the actual championship starts for them.
Yeah, that's a lot less than ideal.
Yeah.
NA people are getting the phones, and the EU champs is right around the corner. That's horrible.
Yeah.
It looks like I'm almost done, Bobby. Alright.
Welcome everybody. Yep. Tribe gets some free points tonight.
Another update.
truly end up DQing, so I have people in chat saying that they did fix the glitch with the slug round, so that's good. I'm trying to think what else. It feels like there's more desync, which it could just be me, but I felt like there were more situations where I dealt with it today. Day, you currently look like an abstract painting.
Fantastic, dude. It was working earlier. Benzo was like, "You look great, kid," and I don't. All right, you know what? We're going on Amazon right now.
Man, looked like a painting out of the 1400s.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the kind words there, Benzu.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. All right. What happened to Tribe? Truly took the L. Taking a look at our schedule for tonight. Exiled versus Hammers, aka Arsenal. That will definitely
At least
be a
it's
good one.
Prime Day.
Status Quo versus Champs.
Prime
Nova
Day.
Champs. I think that'll be a good one. Potentially a matchup that we'll see in Stage 4. Fierce versus Nova Academy. That'll probably be our best matchup of the night. And then Violence versus Infinix, I think, will be a good one as well. Look at the standings real quick. I feel like we have so many good teams. All right, so I guess Violence isn't doing as well as they had last season. Nova Champs and Status Quo both at 0 points. Truly at 0. Obviously Infinix towards the top. Okay, so Infinix will probably take that first one. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Truly wasn't DQ'd. Well, they DQ'd themselves. They forfeited, I think is the better term to use. I'm told they did not want to receive the business. All right, chat. Appreciate your patience. Should be hopping into this pretty soon. Hopefully we'll be up and running relatively quickly here. Should be back at it pretty soon. Zim. He can't hear me. Zim, I'm gonna spam you. Hey. Booyah. I'm guessing that was the wrong room. Zim? Hello?
I'm inviting you to the actual room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, B has it. 103.
All right. You know, this is actually pretty good. This might be the best store-bought cold brew I've ever had. Groundwork. I need to get them to sponsor me because this stuff is not cheap. You know, like $5 for a bottle. But I was like, you know what? I gotta find out if it's worth it. It's not very often. I mean, now that I think about it, I guess that's how much I pay. Actually, honestly, that's more than a nitro cold brew from Starbucks. Hey, somebody tweet at Groundwork Cold Brew Coffee and tell them to sponsor me. Okay? Sound good? Sound like a plan? Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. We're waiting for Day to download the update. He was not quite aware of how large it was going to be. Loves with the follow. Anyone in chat keep track of EU and have any predictions on who's going to win EU this weekend? Why is there 2 Novas? One of them is a champs team, and the other one is Nova Academy, which is basically their underage roster. That I believe should be pretty close to the top of the standings. They are currently in second in Division 2. Right behind Infinix, who has been... I guess if they've got 40 points, that means they're undefeated so far. Did not want to receive the business. Bobby, it's my birthday. Can I get a Feels Birthday Man in chat for Jar? Hope you had a good day. Up top, the DOQ on Battle Pass. I don't know what that means. You play with Flacco? Not right now. Still waiting for a few players to get in here. Obviously, this matchup is Exiled versus Hammers. I think it'll be a good one. End is going to have a lot of work on his hands on the sniper end of things. I'm trying to think of guns that were buffed and nerfed and how that's going to affect each of the players. I mean, obviously the most exciting thing, if anything, is the buff. Or the nerf to the Annihilator. I don't think anybody is going to miss that. I think we've about had enough of the Annihilator and it's time for something else. Keep in mind the shield is banned. So even though the shield got a buff, we won't be seeing it in tonight's gameplay. Oh. Groundwork cold brew. Let me look this up. Twitter. Groundwork cold brew. Groundwork cold brew. I need to find out more. Sponsor me. Wholesale, shop, cafes, subscriptions, learn. Where to buy. I don't want where to buy. I want where to get you to sponsor me. I want to do business with you. And by do business with you, I mean I want you to give me coffee for free. This is what I need. Kings or Singularity? Oh, I forgot Kings was in there. Yeah. I'm interested to see how Kings does. We have a rando joining. Chat. Let me do something real quick. Can we just take a look at what Fanny has done to my hand? Face. Okay. Let me add. Sorry. Pardon. Video capture device. Webcam. Bit to screen. That was not the right webcam, apparently. Video capture device. Oh. Chat. Look what Fanny has done to my hand. Do you see this? It's not focusing, so you can't really see. Hey, camera, focus. I look really stupid right now because it's not focusing. There we go. See all these cuts that she has given me? It's worse than it looks. You know what? Now I look stupid because...
Are we ready to go now?
Do we have... Oh, we got Day in here. All right. Yeah, I think we're good to go.
All right.
Fantastic. Getting ready to hop into game number 1. Hardpoint on Crash.
That should be a good way to start out the day here.
Interested to see if we're going to have... It actually looks like most players still using the Annihilator. A little bit surprising to see. We do see a couple people rocking the Tempest, which is basically I mean, it's just a slightly change of pace version of the Annihilator. Obviously not quite as lock-on, but still the one-shot kill, and does also have the advantage of paralyzing the player in the surrounding area for the opposing team as well. So, interested to see how that one's going to play out.
We also do get the opportunity to shut down Goliaths potentially with those, if I do remember correctly.
I think so.
With the Tempest?
Yeah. I'm actually not positive, but you are probably right. I've never tried it.
I do believe they stun the Goliaths, so that is something we could potentially be looking out for.
Yep.
There's also some fancy new buttons on my screen.
Just FYI, you do not have a face cam at the moment.
I know.
Okay.
It won't even connect now. I won't even read that I have one now.
All right, good to know. All right, we will just be joined by Day's voice today, but you guys will still enjoy it. Yep. Wow. Evil off to a really strong start right now. 5 kills on the board for him. Oh, wow. Oh, they added a lot of different things for the what am I trying to say? The spectating functions. They have lens sensitivity. They have perspective distance. Wow. Yep. That's actually very interesting. Nice to see them adding different features in that.
Buttons I was talking about, as we do have Shadow almost picking up the kill there. Will pull out the Oh, didn't get the kill! I was for sure he was going to get the kill off the explosion there, but he ends up finding the kill onto Undy. Neji, however, answers back for his team with a triple kill. Make that, and Evil gonna clean up there.
Okay, all of my buttons have disappeared, and I don't know how to get them back. I would, okay, I will figure this out, chat. I promise to you.
It won't let me in first person right now. So.
Yeah, apparently there were some spectator changes in the recent update. We are going to be watching for right now this game in third person.
Ooh, Evil, what a shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I can't really see what the score is right now either.
It is 56-29.
All right. So
in favor of Exiled. In favor of
Hammers. Yeah.
Hammers.
All right, Hammers looking pretty good. We got Neji with 7 kills on the board for Exiled, but Evil leading the way with 11, sticking to his trusty DLQ, pushing up the back alley, trying to see if he can find any snipes off the hop up. It does look like Exiled will be holding down that far side coming from the 3-story, but Hammers got it locked down over on the deli side. It is N taking out Evil over in back alley, trying to make that push in. Picks up the shots onto Exempy as well, and does manage to contest the hard point for a little bit, but Mike is there waiting. Picks up the double for Hammers Esports.
Yeah, Hammers taking a pretty sizable lead now as we are crossing the 90-point mark, and it actually looks like they are going to cross the 100, maybe even into the 110 area if they're able to hold this entire hard point, which is a massive lead over the 32 that Exiled have right now. I know you guys are struggling to see it on stream right now because of the spectator changes, but we'll get that fixed for you guys when we can. And that is Hammers hitting 109, so they have about a 77-point lead right now over Exiled. That puts them in a really good spot, as these next 2 hard points are incredibly difficult to push into if you're able to get them locked down for your own team. So definitely be watching for Hammers to make the rotation over, as we have already seen. And now it's just denying Exiled the opportunity to rotate over. Undy able to pick up a kill onto Evil.
Yeah, we got 3 Hammers players in double digits. Nobody crossed that threshold so far for Exiled, and actually Exempy rocking that dual combo of both hardline and persistence. We see pretty much everybody over on the side of Exiled running persistence, only 1 player not running it in automatic on the side of Hammers, but 9 seconds to go before they close it out. It is going to be a difficult point to contest. Obviously, 2 players pushing in right there will be able to make it happen, and with the Annihilator, they do get the contest to push this to a next hard point and picking up another one right there. But with Hammers on top of that point, it's going to be next to impossible for Exiled to pull this one out unless they somehow end up
in a Goliath, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be a GG. Mike's on the stair or on the ladderway waiting for him, and it is Hammers coming away with the win in game number 1.
Yeah, it was a excellent opening game there for Hammers. Hopefully, the rest of our spectating games will go a little bit smoother, as obviously we had some change to the spectator client. But Exempy, really big performance there. 17 kills on the board for him. Evil and Main Mike not too far behind with 14 and 12 respectively. We did end up having Neji and End hitting double digits towards the end of that game, but unfortunately, Exiled didn't come online quick enough, and fantastic. I just got prompted for another download.
Okay, maybe like a map download.
A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 map download.
Yeah, it does that. I don't understand why. Chat, I changed the location of the minimap, but it hid all of my controls mid-game, and there is nothing I can do about it. I understand that you guys are all telling me all these different things. I promise you, I tried all the things that you're telling me. It just might be a bug in the spectator function, and now we know what the issue is, and I think there was one button that I pressed that I shouldn't have pressed, and now I know not to press it anymore. We are getting ready to hop into game number 2, Search and Destroy. Definitely, I would say one of the stronger ones for Exiled. Obviously, Hammer's a very dominant team whenever it does come to respawn, so not too surprising to see them taking the win. Summit Search and Destroy, definitely not as advantageous for snipers, so we may see a little switch up for Shadow or Evil, who typically we see sniping in Search and Destroy, or Mike. 3 really solid snipers. Interested to see how this one will play out. I believe Valerie just gifted 2 subs. Can we get some sub hype in chat? Valerie continuously coming in clutch with the gifted subs. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get to see Exiled come a little bit more online in this matchup.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go pee soon because I'm double fisting water and cold brew. It's gonna be.
Is there any way I can rearrange what's gonna download first?
I press the download button next to what you want to download first. That would be my best guess.
Well, it's certainly not letting me do that.
Okay. Yep, should be interesting to see how the Fennec impacts, especially whenever they add the akimbo. I have based on the way that the Fennec feels in Battle Royale, it feels like it's gonna end up looking a whole lot like the Equalizer, but we'll see what the actual hipfire spread is. It'll really come down to what attachments you can throw on there to increase the hipfire accuracy, and if you can put a lot on there, it might be a problem. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Valerie with another gifted. I appreciate it. Thank you. Give me some more sub hype in chat. Waiting on Exempy to ready up, and we should be good to go for game number 2.
I am restarting my app, Bobby, because I don't know what this thing is doing.
Drips, I promise you, I attempted that multiple times in game. All good. Oh, just living the good life, you know, chat. Got some big announcements coming up. Big things to tell you guys. Many things I'm excited for.
It didn't prompt me to download anything there. Oh, hey, I'm in a lobby.
Is good.
And it's still downloading things?
Have I tried sniping? I did. The DLQ, I don't know if
it will not let me put Summit at the top, which
the
is our
DLQ
game,
felt really freaking good. QQ 910 mil is meta. Yeah, I've actually got a video coming out on that later.
Admin, what do you want me to do?
Now has the 4-shot range of the HG40. Obviously, the recoil is very different, and also you got to take into account hand shots and leg shots, but definitely a lot more viable now. Claudia with the gifted sub as well. Can we get some more sub hype? Wait. Oh, wait.
Oh, so is it
Oh,
is it
wait,
multiple
no.
people waiting on it? Then?
Arma gifted us
Oh,
up.
okay. Okay.
I appreciate it.
I guess it's
Wait,
not just me,
Arma?
Bobby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
apparently
good.
some of the players have a whole wall of maps that need updates too.
Yeah, I don't know why they make it so that you have to re-download the maps every single update. Given I think there was like maybe 1 or 2 changes to each map where they have like a little thing spray painted, but overall it didn't really change at all.
Yeah, I mean most of the stuff is pretty small. Like, I mean a lot of it's like
Valerie with another
20 megabytes here,
gifted.
30 megabytes
Holy
there, which
frick!
is fine because I'm downloading it. Like, it's knocking stuff
Chat,
off like super fast.
This is not
but,
beer. This is coffee. This is
there's
coffee.
just like 100 things on this
Cold
list.
brew coffee. Is it cold brew coffee? Grace, who is Grace, my idiot? How does she keep joining? Or is that one of the players? Maybe it is. I don't know. Who knows? Who can say really, chat? No, Arma, I did see. There's just a 2-minute stream delay. Alright. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no... Valerie, you're insane! Can we get some more sub hype in chat? Hey, is that... Oh, now Claudia and Valerie are gifting each other subs. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, DOQ feels weird. I think the DOQ feels better. Hey, I love when chat sings along with me. What is the code at the bottom right of the screen? I have no idea. Y'all are insane! Should have downloaded the maps, chat. This is the way it is. Oh. Chat, coffee's such a good thing. Coffee's such a good thing, you know? Yeah, you have to re-download all the maps. Valerie gifted. How many gifteds is that for Valerie? 20, 40. I don't think that's even up. That might be updated. I don't think it's updated though. By the way, chat, not drinking beer, drinking coffee. Yup, that is 24. Cold brew is the wave. You were not wrong. Especially when it's hot outside. Just waiting on all the people to download the maps. Wally, what are you doing? Troll? Beer is not good at all? Yeah, it depends on the beer. It's an acquired taste. Do I use low or medium? I use high graphics. Bobby's drunk? Yeah. You know me, getting drunk off of coffee. Your COD is 4.4 gigs now. Oof. Alright. Quit capping in chat. There are 4 heads that are going to believe you.
Hello?
Hello? Yep. Check. Hello. Are we good? Hello? Hit.
He's still
Hit. Valerie! Gifted another! Ah! Claudia with the 5! Y'all are insane! What in the world?
Alright, so Bobby will solo this game and then
Oh, is Day gone? Wait.
He installs.
Okay, I will solo. Easy.
Solo dolo.
Easy claps. Alright. This is why they call me Bobby Solocast, you know? How I got that name, chat. We are hopping in to search and destroy on Summit. Oh my gosh. Wait, did I miss any gifted subs? If I do, I apologize. Chat, if I miss any, please keep track of them for me so I can say thank you after. Bobby solo cast incoming. I'm not sure what happened today, but we are good to hop in around number 1. Exiled versus Hammers, aka Arsenal. We got Grace, my idiot from Exiled on the backside. Top control center, automatic, sprays through the smoke. Not able to land the shot right here. Do have, I believe, Undy peeking up from the bottom side. Not able to land the shots, but it is Evil landing the shots onto End to get the first blood of the game. Undy turns, takes out Mike. Automatic gets the trade. Bear slides in top side, automatic taking shots. Not able to get the kill shot. Bear sliding the corner using that QQ9. Definitely something that we're going to start seeing a whole lot more, especially with the buff to the 10mm rounds. We get an RPG in from Exempy, or from Bear. Shadow takes out Exempy. Or Bear takes out Exempy. Shadow takes out Bear. We now have 2 players remaining for Exiled right here. Grace, my idiot. For some reason, the double tapping the nameplate to move to first person doesn't work anymore. Neji slides, able to take out the 1 remaining player for Hammers, and does come away with the first round win for Exiled right there. Valerie with another gifted to 5. You're insane. Claudia with another gifted to Little B. Little B, I don't know how many months you've been gifted, but you need to say thank you. You now have a 4-month badge, and I don't think you've actually subscribed to me at all. Oh my gosh. We do have Exiled content to play bottom control center right here. Shadow pushing top side, looking to pick up the snipe. Not able to land one quite yet. Gonna pull out the trophy system, start rotate around the backside, and pretty passive approach from Arsenal right now. Not too surprising to see in a match of search and destroy and End. Picks up the beautiful shot onto Exempy. We do have Shadow picking up the trade. We know he is one of the top Locust snipers in Call of Duty Mobile. Neji and Grace still alive for Exiled. Grace patrolling the bottom of control center, as is Neji. Main Mike content to sit spawn side. Shadow pretty content to watch the B site, and Evil overlooking the A site picks up the shot. Perfect timing for the spectate on that one. Grace is able to pick up the shots onto Mike, but now very, very weak as Shadow peeks topside, is able to pick up the frag. And we do have Hammers coming out on top, tying us up at 1-1. If I miss any subs, I do, number 1, greatly appreciate it. I do also apologize. Hopefully I'll catch up on everything. Please don't beg for subs. Say thank you if you get a sub, but please don't beg for subs. We do have shots coming out of Grace. Up top, throws out the Molotov right there. Not able to find anybody. They did have a significant change to the audio sound of the Molotov, and actually Grace was not able to spot automatic on the bottom side right there. Allows him to pick up the kill. We do have N getting the trade with the Arctic onto Exempy. Not something that we see a whole lot. Mike actually potatoed a little bit right there, but still able to pick up the kill. It's now 2v2. Evil and Mike versus Bear and End. Both Exiled players rotating toward B site. Actually going back towards spawn all the way around for the rotation over to the A site. End does, oh wow. He's using the Arctic 50 with a recon sight, something that we have not seen in a hot minute. And actually is the bomb carrier. The pressure's kind of on him. Surprised to see him playing this. I'm interested. Oh, Bear is actually rotated all the way back toward him, so not quite as surprising to see. Mike and Evil both patrolling spawn side, not pushing too aggressively in any one direction or another. Obviously hearing that sniper shot coming out of End, they know what approach they need to take right now. And that does put the pressure on Exiled. End is going to go for the plant right here, but Mike picks up the frag onto Bear, more than likely spotted around the corner. He's able to pick up the DRH. May very well be able to get the chase down right here. Does take first shots, not able to get the kill shot. Mike on the backside is able to slide with 5 HP, gets the kill. And now a 2-1 lead for Hammers. Hammers looking pretty good right now. Exempy obviously down at 0 kills, but typically do think of him more as a respawn player. Honestly, Exiled is not playing bad. Bears had a pretty solid game. And it has been a little bit here and there. Obviously, the Arctic 50 with a recon sight, not something that we see a whole lot. It's actually automatic for Hammers picking up the frag. Shadow accidentally jumped either into his own Molotov or into the Molotov of the opposing team. We'll have to retreat back into spawn, and Undy gonna camp up on top of these barrels, see if he can maybe catch one player for Hammers rotating through. Nobody really wanting to make the first move, but obviously down a player. The pressure is on Exiled once again, and Undy just potatoes that spray, ends up paying for it as he does drop right there. And once again, Grace, one of the only players remaining for Exiled. 4 players alive for Hammers Esports. We do have Evil, Shadow. Neji does get the frag onto automatic. That's going to be big. Neji slides the corner, gets another one right there. Now a 1v2, a little bit more manageable. Obviously only 25 HP. He is going to need to regen right now. And with 2 players... Oh, no, it is a 2v1. Okay, I got a little confused for a second. Mike, 6 kills on the board. Must be having a good round, and is actually Evil able to pick up the final kill to give Hammers the 3-1 lead right there. Looking pretty solid once again. He and Mike, honestly, pretty consistent across the board once again, with the exception of Exempy, who was able to pick up his first kill that round. We do have Grace, the bomb carrier, pushing control center side, and a little bit of an aggressive push from Shadow to see if he can maybe get the peek snipe. We do have Molotovs coming in, and spraying through is Grace, able to get the kill. We do have a couple trades coming in as Shadow will be able to take out End right there. A couple players drop. Now a 2v2. Grace not able to spot the player off the start, but somehow comes away with a double kill. And now a 2v1. Mike is taking shots through mid of control center, but not able to get the kill shot. They've now rotated bottom of the A site. Neji rotating all the way back towards spawn, and we do have Grace. Oh, Mike was able to get the kill on a Grace from up above right there. That was actually huge. Neji's still playing this top side. I believe we'll be able to spot the bomb from up there on that rock. Definitely a very intentional plant from him right there. We'll see. Ooh, and it looks like Mike may actually be going for the... Oh, not going for the Ninja Defuse. Actually baits it. Only 3 HP, but able to win the gunfight in the 2v1. Mike comes out on top, and now a 4-1 lead in favor of Hammers Esports, as we're going to go ahead and switch sides. 9 kills on the board for Mike, who is absolutely having a phenomenal day, especially in Search and Destroy right here. He's going to pick up the bomb for the team. Typically, Top Fragger is not someone that we see carrying the bomb, but honestly... Oh, End was waiting for him top side. Perfectly played by him. Lots of players trying to slide that corner. Bottom side, 2 players will drop for Hammers. End is waiting for him on the outside of control center. We do have automatic up top. He actually peeks the outside and not able to spot him quite in time, but the only player remaining is going to be tough for him to clutch the 1v4. Undy pulls out the FHJ, which actually has had a change, so it no longer requires you to lock in, which means you can also shoot it at people. More than likely is going to become meta, especially given the fact that it can lock on to score streaks, and also the fact that it includes 2 shots as compared to the SMRS, which only has 1 shot. I once again very much appreciate the gifted sub from... Oh, True subscribed, and then also Valerie gifted another one. A bunch of people followed. Y'all are fantastic. Cannot thank y'all enough. Appreciate all the support. I don't even know how many gifted. Somebody keep track in chat. That would be fantastic. We do have Undy taking shots right there. He will drop to Mike, trying to switch back to the first-person perspective. Don't know why it keeps swapping back and forth, but Bear now all by himself up against 5 players for Hammers. Definitely not a great situation for him. Somehow wins the gunfight against main Mike, but Shadow is able to get the refrag, and now a 5-2 lead for Hammers as they're looking to close out in the 2-0 sweep. Obviously, they have been really, really good, I believe, in second place in their division right now. Not too surprising to see them performing this well. We'll see if they can close it out right here as Mike, 11 kills on the board with the bomb once again. As the smoke out, actually not going to push that side as Evil drops to Grace. That's going to be big. He's going to throw down the Molotov Not sure what the game plan on that was. Maybe expecting the push to come out of Exiled, but obviously not the case right there. Sends out the RPG. Now not a whole lot that he can do, but does manage to escape with 8 HP. Gonna go back up top spawn side. Bear picks up the kill onto Shadow right there. Mike gets the double. That was crucial. Now 13 kills on the board for him. The 1v1 N versus Automatic, and it won't switch to the first person perspective. There we go. Automatic sees N topside. I don't think N spotted him. This could be an easy frag for Automatic to close it out right here for Hammers, but he's actually going to drop down, rocking the Type 25, which is not something we see use a whole lot. Definitely don't see the Type 25 with a red dot a whole lot for sure, especially given the fact that if you throw on stopping power, you typically need a lot to kind of counteract the effects of the ADS time and everything else. But we do have the plant over on the A site coming out of Automatic, picks up the DRH, and content to hold this rock area right here, trying to keep an eye on spawn side, but it will be End rotating all the way around, seeing if he can maybe get the flank on him, but obviously over on far side. Oh, actually a perfectly placed Thermite. Gets a hit marker right there. That's huge. That's an easy kill for End, and a big brain play will keep Exiled alive just a little bit longer. Wow, that was actually, like, really smart. I'm also interested to see what the heartbeat sensor is going to do in regards to search and destroy. Definitely interested to see how that one's going to play out. Obviously not introduced yet. I believe it will be in the new Battle Pass, and Automatic gets a double off the start. That is going to be big for closing it out. Does get taken out by N, but down a player right now, not looking great for Exiled. One player on the inside, and Exempy abusing that head glitch, able to win the gunfight, rocking the M4 and End, trying to push the outside right there, is able to pick up the kill, 4 HP remaining. He's going to be the only remaining player for Exiled, and Mike, Shadow, and Evil all prepared for the gunfight. Shadow is able to pick up the final kill, and we do have Hammers coming out on top. 6-3, they get the 2-0 sweep against Exiled, and that will allow them to continue to search for the top spot in Division 2. Obviously, Mike, not too surprising, coming out top frag, 1,500 points. Shadow with 1,000. Automatic with 920. And we've got Mike just 13-5. Fantastic game out of him. Shadow, not a bad game at all. And honestly, the Hammers esports team, just a phenomenal team, and Exile was outmatched in that one, so GG's to both teams. We will work on getting our next teams loaded in as quickly as possible. Taking a look at the standings real quick, just to see what that's going to change to. We will have Hammers moving from 20 points up to 40 points. Obviously, the 2-0 will allow them to do that. And as far as Exile, they will remain at 20 points. We no longer remove points for teams that lose, but rather a loss just counts as 0 points. So really only rewarding people for winning, not penalizing them for losing. But yeah, I'm interested to see how our next games will end up playing out. Next matchup is going to be Status Quo versus Nova Champs. Both teams have struggled a good bit so far. I believe these are actually two of the only teams yet to win. Yep, Status Quo and Nova Champs. Interestingly enough, very good chance that they encounter each other in Stage 4 of the COD Mobile Championships. Same for Truly, who is also down to 0 kills. So if we go based off of scores currently, it looks like Tribe is very well positioned for Stage 4 of the COD Mobile Champs, especially given the struggles that some of the other teams have had, Violence being the other team. And I believe their Champs team is very different from their Mobile Mayhem team. So, interested to see how that one's going to play out. It does sound like we've got Day back with us.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Excellent. I don't know if you saw, but it was Hammers coming out on top 2-0.
Yep. Yep, I watched that. Big comeback, clutch round for I believe it was End with that
Yeah, the
nasty
thermite play was really big brain. That was actually pretty dope.
Yeah, that was exciting to watch. Unfortunately, no game 3. That will be Hammers taking a 2-0 win.
Gloria with another
For
gifted. How
anybody
many
who
gifted
maybe
is
missed
Gloria
last
at?
week, we did have some scoring changes though.
Okay,
You
I think
now,
I think at the
don't
beginning
lose
Gloria was
points
at
for
like
losing,
14,
but
so
you
I think
will
she's
just get
gifted
a
like
goose
10.
egg, so definitely spicing things up a little bit for this season.
All I know is Valerie's at 1.4 million Trovo points, and Gloria's at 1.2 million. Y'all are insane. Yup.
Yeah, just because people are asking in chat as well, this season skins are not banned, so that is why you guys are seeing skins being used now. So
Yep. So we do have a potential Stage 4 matchup coming up. Two teams that have struggled a good bit so far in Status Quo and Nova Champs. Neither team picking up a win so far, so one of these teams will be moving off the 0-point line today.
it should be a good matchup though. I mean, I feel like both of these teams definitely bring a lot of potential to the table. So seeing them face off head to head here and really get to see who can, get their footing. I mean, this really could be a matchup that could set the tone for how either of these two teams play for the rest of this tournament. Being able to obviously jump up off the bottom of the scoreboard would be ideal for them. But then, again, a lot of Call of Duty really boils down to mental game. We talk about it a lot, Bobby, when a team is able to pull things together and come back off of,
What Minecraft with the $5. I appreciate it. Can we get some donor hype in chat?
Or just unfortunate circumstance where it just ends up being, a horrible loss for them. And we've seen teams be able to make big comebacks. So either of these teams could really take a win here and run with the momentum afterward as well.
Yep. For sure. I think that a lot of these NA Champs teams are still looking for their identity and like what they're actually going to be known for. And I think the Nova and Status Quo are definitely two of them. I've definitely been really impressed by Impulsive so far, even though Status Quo has not been able to pick up a win. Regardless, he has still been really, really big for them. So a lot of it's probably going to come down to whether or not he's able to call his teammates up and get them to play at that same level, and I think a lot of it just comes down to confidence. I appreciate all the mana spam in chat. Good lord, that is a lot of mana. But yeah, Moralto obviously been really good on the sniper as well for them, so should definitely be a fun to watch. Obviously, any type of preview for Stage 4 of NA Champs is always going to be fun to see. Obviously, Tribe probably the favorite right now, at least based off how the current standings of Mobile Mayhem have gone, and seems like they have improved a lot and improved consistently on the phone. We'll see if they can maintain that, and then obviously Violence, the other Stage 4 team. I believe their Champs team is a little bit different from their Mobile Mayhem team, but I believe is relatively similar. Captain!
Yeah, I mean,
one
of the biggest things for these two teams in Status Quo and Nova Champs is while the teams maybe struggle to have the team synergy in their rotations, they really actually have some exceptional players. I mean, Impulsive over on the side of Status Quo, phenomenal player. As you mentioned earlier, Moralto, one of those snipers that really could be in contest for the top 3 of Marksman of the Split. We've seen him have really good performances in the past. We've seen him hit some really, really crazy shots in the past too. So, again, a lot of these two teams really has boiled down to team rotations to me. So if we can see them
Valerie's at 40 total gifted,
I definitely expect to see both of these teams
Gloria's
have the
at
potential
25
to go very far, both in COD Champs as well as here in Mobile Mayhem.
Whew. All right. Well, it looks like we get our first Nova player in here. Hopefully that'll let us get the rest in relatively quickly. Obviously, Saxy has been really good for them so far. Their lead shotgunner, as the shotgun has become more and more prevalent in the competitive scene. as more and more people have kind of discovered its power. Lewis and Vitali's definitely been really good for them. Some of the other players have definitely struggled with consistency, and obviously losing Leon to Tribe was a pretty big loss for them. But Kraken, the substitution for Leon, we'll see if he's able to pick things up a little bit, as he's struggled some in the past weeks as well. Gloria gifted another one. Yeah,
definitely a good one. As you mentioned, Saxy, obviously one that we've seen use the shotgun, and actually quite often have seen a off-meta shotgun at that in the Buy 15, as well as we have seen him run the KRM. Not a ton of semi-auto or just automatic shotguns, at least in the North American scene, Bobby. I don't know if you see any action out of, like, for example, the Origin 12 or what is it, Echo in this game?
Yeah, so the Origin 12 has actually used a pretty good amount in the Japanese pro scene, which is pretty interesting to me. The Buy 15 is basically all they use in Garena, which is the Southeast Asia portion of it. So yeah, honestly, the Buy 15 I feel like is more common. I feel like NA is the only place where people really use the KRM as like the most common shotgun. But I also understand the appeal of it because it is better for hip firing. But what's really interesting is that Garena players never ADS their shotguns, but they use the Buy 15. And NA players pretty much always ADS their shotguns, but they use the KRM, which is better for hip firing. So not sure if that's planned out or if it all comes down to personal preference, but yeah. Valerie!
Absolutely, I feel like a lot of it boils down to personal preference. In my
just
Call
said
of Duty history,
$50
always, like,
on YouTube.
Done kind
I'm sorry,
of
there's
for
not
at
going to
least
be
a lot
a
of the
message
meta
to pop
shotguns,
up
it's
because I
been
don't have any
not
streamers.
really ADS, not really hip
But
fire,
holy
but
frick.
you kind of.
I appreciate the 50. Thanks for playing the VR games. It was fun.
I mean, that's really the only way I can describe it. But that's been really big in console Call of Duty for a long time. You get that tightened area of fire in range without actually having to commit fully down to aiming down your sights. So it's a weird gray area with the shotguns. But looks like we have all of our players in here now, guys. So we should be getting ready to get us into the first game, which will be hardpoint on Raid. Obviously a pretty big score streak map in the sense that a lot of the middle of the pack score streaks very, very strong on this map, Bobby. The cluster strike, the predator missile, and then we also have the opportunity, pretty open map. We have some VTOL possibility or even Goliath possibility as you get that extra help holding down objectives.
For sure, definitely going to be a fun one to watch. I think somebody said Lazarus was in the chat. I just want to point out I solo queued against him and beat him earlier, so just want that on the record. I believe he'll be playing later tonight. Just wanted that on the record. Yeah, just waiting on a couple Nova players and we should be good to go. Hardpoint on Raid, always a good one. One of the most competitive hardpoint maps in Call of Duty Mobile. As we hop in to game number 1, it looks like strong side will go to Status Quo, who will be able to get first time on the hill. As expected, it looks like at least 1 or 2 QQ9s in play. Interestingly enough, well, obviously we got to take into account the AR speed boosting off the start, so after that we should get a better idea of what our actual meta is going to look like for today. And it looks like a few different switches, some RUS, actually no QQ9s in play. And we get
we do have a War Machine for Impulsive here, though.
Yeah, the War Machine did get a little bit of a buff, so interested to see. It does make a lot of sense, especially for hardpoint, as we do have a big feed right off the start for Saxy, picking up 3 kills. 4 kills, basically doing 5 kills, doing literally all the work for Nova right now. He, at that point, had all 5 of their kills. Skill and Moralto picking up 2, but Saxy picks up a 6 before finally getting taken out by Status Quo. They're still able to hold down the hardpoint. Vitali up on the top side, trying to prevent the push from the backside, and I believe had people pushing, but They actually decided not to. He is able to take out Maralto right there, and it looks like they'll likely be able to hold this for the rest of the duration.
It does look to be what we have going on. Obviously, Nova with a strong performance here. We don't see a lot of really one-sided opening objectives, but Raid does give you that opportunity just based on the respawn points around the map being so far away from statues. So you see them pick up a bunch of points here, but Status Quo with a good rotation over to Kitchen are able to pick up some points here early on. Definitely would like to see Impulsive get this War Machine online before we make it over to Garage. Obviously, with the environmental kill possibility, with the cars quite often being used as head glitches, that is a incredibly strong operator to be walking on over to Garage with.
Yeah, we do have Skill with 5 kills on the board, holding down the hard point for the time being. Picks up another one right there before he gets traded, and Saxy playing a really big role for Nova right now as he is already up to 10 kills, the first player in double digits by a mile. Nobody else within 4 kills of him. Already securing that Garage hardpoint. He is going to get taken out by Skill. Big shots right there as they look to get the break on the already secured hardpoint. It looks like Status Quo will be able to get the rest of that scrap time as they look to push down right here. Decipher on the outside of Red Room will be able to take out Maralto. Pushing in, does get one Annihilator shot coming out of Skill. Saxy has pulled out his as well. Looking to push in right here, gets the first kill. Hits the follow-up onto Skill as well. That's going to be huge as we do have Nova Champs taking control of the hardpoint. 2 players over on Truck side and Saxy holding down the opposite side. Also with a Pred missile on deck and only 119 points away from his Goliath. Very good positioning for them, even though they did start off at a pretty big downside from the start. Saxy just being absolutely huge for them with 14 kills on the board.
Yeah, Impulsive picks up a double kill here though, as we do have, looks like Status Quo trying to make the rotation over, but we do have Nova getting the kill onto Impulsive there. They will get control of basketball court here, so this is a great position for Nova to be in. They do give up the lead at the end of Garage here, which again, one of the more difficult objectives to push into when the enemy team is already set up on it. But man, what a break for Status Quo here as they pick up a couple kills on court.
Yeah, that's actually going to be huge. 3 players rotating from poolside, and we got Skill on the backside, taking shots onto Kraken. He's able to pick up that kill. That will allow him to hold down this Cabana area, and really nobody contesting as everybody from Nova rotating from topside right now. And with the cluster strike on the way in, it's going to be a difficult push to make. Lewis with only 3 kills on the board, struggling a lot, as are Vitali and Kraken, really all up to Saxy and Decipher right now. Doing everything they can, but just not getting that help that they need. Saxy on the outside, continuing to rotate up to 17 kills right now. Make it 18. Absolutely in the zone. 19 kills on the board. Just trying to do everything he can, and we do have Impulsive getting that War Machine online to finally end the streak right there. But just too much teamwork. The rotation's too good for Status Quo right now. They do come away from that hard point up 10 points, or actually around 17 points, in pretty solid control. Ooh, that was a huge Pred missile. He's cycling through the score streaks pretty fast. We'll see if he's able to get enough online to maybe help them clutch this win.
Now he's got a Goliath of his own now, rotating on over to the midpoint. We do have quite a few points getting picked up by Nova Champs here with the Goliath coming in. I definitely would expect to see them pick up a little bit more, but with the smoke, he's unable to come through and get the kills. He finds one there in Kitchen, but his team's still struggling to clear the remaining members of Status Quo off the point. It is going to get cleared off there. This will likely be Nova picking up a couple additional points and taking the lead, but this has been an incredibly close game so far, Bobby, and definitely an exciting one to watch.
Yeah, and this is 2 just completely different teams. You got very, very even distribution across the board for Status Quo, and for Nova, it is all Vitali, Desi, and especially Saxy. 25 kills on the board for him, finally gets taken out right there. Actually, Skill doing the brunt of the work for Status Quo right now with 20 kills on the board for him. It looks like they will be able to make the rotation toward the hard point, and actually had really good position right there, but Lewis up on the top side takes him out with the Annihilator. We've got 4 Annihilators in play for Nova right now, and they're looking to end it right here as they only need 25 more points to close this one out. Obviously, Vitali looking to push topside, but Lewis basically just wiped the entire Status Quo team, and it's going to take something crazy for them to turn this one around. Not only does Nova have control of the hard point, but they also have map control from topside by Laundry. They do get a player taken out. Lewis knocked off the point. This is the shot, but I don't think it's going to be enough, as we do have Nova coming away with the win, 150 to 108.
That game absolutely did not necessarily as far as the players on players go, the way I would have expected to. We actually had Skill top fragging for the side of Status Quo, and then Saxy on the side of Nova. Absolutely insane gameplay out of him today. We saw him have, I believe, 27 kills at the end of that game.
Yeah.
So really, really nutty there. Impulsive, who we would typically consider to be the top fragger for the side of Status Quo, really struggled for a long time to come online in that game. In fact, I can't even really say that he ever did. I mean, I think he finished that game with 9 kills, which he had back at the point where it was like 60 to 60. I mean, he went a long time through the remainder of that game unable to find a kill. Kraken over on the side of Nova additionally struggled. I believe he ended that game with 4 kills. So
yeah, he went 4 and 15 on that one.
Yeah, so rough game for a couple of these players. Big game for Saxy and Skill. We'll have to see how that transitions going into Search and Destroy. Obviously, we do quite often see Nova Kraken specifically struggling in Respawn, but we've seen him have some pretty good games in Search and Destroy lately. So maybe it'll be enough for Nova to close out a 2-0 win over Status Quo.
Yeah, and honestly, based off the start of the game, it looked like pretty much everybody except for Saxy and Decipher was going to be toward the bottom side for Nova, but Vitali and Lewis actually had a really big end, in large part due to the Annihilator, but were able to pick up some really big kills that allowed them to turn that around, and I believe both of those players outfragged pretty much everybody on Status Quo, with the exception of Skill. We do actually have a substitution right here, as Deathleys is going to hop in for Status Quo. Interesting to see how that's going to impact the team chemistry. I know he is one of the players that originally qualified for the team for Stage 4, so obviously looking to get all 6 players on the roster involved. Getting ready to hop into Search and Destroy on Meltdown. Once we get Saxy readied up, we should be good to go for game number 2.
Yeah, and it certainly should be a pretty good one ahead of us here, Bobby, as that was a very exciting game to watch throughout that first point. It was very back and forth for a large portion of it. Again, we had Saxy and Skill just taking turns popping off back and forth. But moving into Search and Destroy, very, very different game mode, especially it being on Meltdown. This is one of the big Search and Destroy maps that we talk about a lot. And for this matchup specifically, Bobby, where you have the B side typically favors snipers, but A bomb typically favors shotguns, we have Meralto, who, again, we talk about potentially being in the running for MVP of Marksman of the Split, if he's able to have a good split. But Saxy, one of the shotgun masters of the league, so a lot of opportunity to see action all across this map, and it's all going to rotate down onto the offensive side.
Yep, we do have all the players leaving. So, we're going to re-queue back in once whoever figures out what their issue was, and at that point, we should be good to hop into the actual game.
It's a draw. Stand down.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get you guys in here very shortly. Obviously, a exciting matchup ahead of us, as well as we have other games that we want to get to tonight as well. So hopefully we'll get in here pretty quickly for you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, I'm definitely excited for our next matchup, which I believe it's going to be Fierce versus Nova Academy. Honestly, a lot of the Nova Academy players are former Fierce players, so should be interesting to see how that one plays out, especially with Fierce consistently toward the top of the league, and Nova Academy basically being kind of an all-star team for the current version of Mobile Mayhem.
Yeah, you're absolutely right on that one, Bobby. This is a very exciting game that we have ahead of us. As you mentioned, kind of an all-star team. You know, it's players that we typically see accelerate in search and destroy and struggle a little bit in respawn. But so far, towards the end of last season and the beginning of this season, that has not been the case. They've been really star players all across the board. So definitely excited to see them get in, as well as obviously we have Infinex still to play today, and that is a team that definitely one of the top fan favorites. I mean, big fan base revolving around Infinex. So
yeah,
obviously we want to get to their games as well.
We get Lewis with the uncontested bomb plant over on the B site. A little bit surprising to see right there. It will be pressure on for status quo. Meralto looking to pick up a snipe. Is going to slide in the sniper's nest and picks up the shot onto Vitali. Definitely a big one right there. Saxy's already picked up 2, however, for Nova. Now a 2v2, Meralto and Silva versus Saxy and Decipher. And Saxy just still in the zone from earlier, looking to get the final shot onto Meralto, but he actually gets the defuse right there. Nova had 2 players remaining, but they just let him slide right in there and gave him the free round.
Yeah, unfortunately for the side of Nova, that is just the way the cookie crumbles if you're not paying attention. Obviously, as you mentioned, we were able to get the slide in and almost kind of a ninja defuse. I mean, wasn't really under their nose as the plant went, but it's about as close as you're going to get to a ninja defuse here in the pro scene. So good on Meralto there to notice the opportunity and take that in. Obviously, for anybody here that may have joined us a little bit late, we do have Deathleys playing here for status quo. He has been unbanned from the mobile mayhem scene, so definitely be keeping an eye out for him and what kind of impact he can have, as he does have the shotgun here with 2 kills on the board. And we do have a kill on the bomb plant as well, so we'll have to see. Looks like Vitali is going to get the bomb and get the plant, but this is a rough position to be in if you are Nova.
Yeah, Meralto picks up a big snipe to take out Kraken right there. Very nearly lands the shot onto, I believe it was Saxy up on the top side as he picks up a shot onto Skill. Only 2 players with Nova with any kills right now, but honestly, it's the same situation for status quo as well. Now a 3v3, Meralto pulled out the pistol. It basically plays like an SMG and is able to take out Vitali with it. Now a 2v2. Decipher is able to pre-fire the corner to get the kill onto Meralto, and now a 2v1. All the pressure onto Impulsive, who has not had the game that he would like to so far today, but definitely capable of clutching this. Very nearly takes out Saxy right there, but now in a really tough spot, especially with that Molotov going over top. Won't be able to push mid, making that side push predictable. He is trying to peek that top side, but not able to do a whole lot. Gets the smoke down. Trying to isolate the player. He is able to do so to take out Saxy. Now a 1v1. Decipher trying to spray through the smoke. Not able to land the shots quite yet. Impulsive pushes generator side. Gonna try to hop up top right here. Hits the shots, and Impulsive clutches the 1v2. Big plays coming out of him, and that will give status quo the 2-0 lead.
What a big round for the side of status quo here. Obviously coming off of that loss in hardpoint, which Saxy absolutely dominated in. You definitely got to be feeling good if you're status quo, taking the 2-0 lead here in Search and Destroy. Obviously, they need this win to push us into a Game 3 and get the opportunity to get some points on the board. Because again, you know, fortunately for teams, if you do lose this season, you don't actually lose points. You just get the 0. But both of these teams are in a situation where they need to get points on the board. They're both sitting down at 0, so this is a big deciding game between these two teams.
And it's such an interesting game so far. We still have 4 players with 0 kills on the board, and it seems like very similar to what it was in our last game as well, where we have a couple key players doing the majority of the work. Obviously, Decipher and Nova. Saxy were the 2 players that played the biggest role in the last game, doing that once again for them right here, but haven't been able to pick up a round win. Decipher taking shots mid, not able to land enough to get a kill. Gonna try to slide away. 11 HP, will stay alive. Only 2 players remain for status quo as Deathleys picks up the shot onto Kraken, but now the only player remaining gets 1 shot, not able to clutch the 1v4, and it is Nova taking their first round win as we move to 2-1. Deathleys looking pretty good with the KRM right there, but just not quite able to get enough, as once again Saxy and Decipher playing a huge role for Nova, combining for 10 kills The rest of the team currently combined for 3.
Yeah, we're also having a big game here for the side of Status Quo. Obviously, again, we talk about this B side favoring snipers, so I'm kind of confused why the side of Nova are taking the long fights, because, again, we would typically see Saxy wanting to use that shotgun over at the A-bomb, but it is Deathly's picking up a double kill for the team there. Saxy was able to make the rotation over and get Meralto, but Skill able to get the kill in return on Saxy. Desi just barely able to make it out alive, and Vitali going to pick up a kill onto Deathly's there. It's now a 2-2 between these two teams.
Yeah, it seems like Vitali is getting into more of a rhythm with the sniper right now. He is going to get taken out by Skill, but it will be Skill getting the final 2 kills of the round to give Status Quo the 3-1 lead, and looking like they're finding their rhythm in Search and Destroy after struggling a little bit in that first game of Hardpoint. Deathly is definitely playing a big role for them right now. As you mentioned, 6 kills on the board. Leading the team, we will have a full B defense coming out of Status Quo right here as RPGs are going to go out. Vitali barely staying alive. Going to have to regen back in spawn, but Impulsive spots him. That's huge. He gets 2 kills right there, and now a 2-man advantage going the way of Status Quo. Tries to slide the corner and pre-fire. Not able to get the right location, but will be able to regen back there. Throws down the Molotov, and that will give them pretty good control of this B side of the map. Kraken is going to take out Deathly's. Status Quo, however, Meralto, however, hits the snipe onto Saxy, and Skill and Silva cleaning up the final 2 people as Status Quo goes up to a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, Skill having a heck of a game here today. Obviously, he top fragged for the team in Hardpoint, and not top fragging here in the side of, as far as Search and Destroy goes, but again, Impulsive, typically the player on the team of Status Quo that we would see really leading the team and pulling the team together, and that just hasn't been the case today. So I definitely would like to see Status Quo kind of work a little bit more around helping Impulsive. He's actually phenomenal in the gunfights, but it is going to be a first blood going over. Make that 2 going over to the side of Nova.
I don't understand how Impulsive didn't get the kill onto Saxy. Saxy had no idea that he was there and just accidentally looked to the right, and Impulsive was just standing there, and he ended up picking up the kill. But regardless, it is Nova getting the kill right there. Now with 3v3, Vitali overlooking the sniper's nest right there. I think actually spotted Meralto, who tries to hit the cross snipe onto him, but not able to get it to land. We do have Kraken on top of the generators. Having a better game than last game. We actually have Lewis still stuck down at 0 kills, and Kraken barely staying alive in this mid area. Meralto trying to peek topside, but Skill is going to be able to take him out. Now a 1-player advantage going the way of Status Quo, who's looking to close out the Search and Destroy with a win to push this to game number 3. Vitali looking to peek across, not able to hit the snipe, and more than likely that is going to cost him. Doesn't hit the follow-up snipe as well with the bomb down and 3 Status Quo players in hot pursuit. Not a whole lot of options for him. Not able to hit the shot onto Deathly's right there. And with Skill pushing in, just not a whole lot of options for Vitali. Hit markers right there, but can't hit the follow-up.
Skill! Skill is having a crazy day today.
Yep. Just
what a turd!
A fat carry for Status Quo coming out of Skill.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Skill play this good in this split so far. I mean, he's having a phenomenal day. Deathly's obviously doing pretty strong for the team as well. 6 kills on the board. And Meralto actually has the chopper out for this next round. So as we do have them making the push up, it is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Saxy does get the kill onto Silva, but Meralto able to find a double, make that a triple kill for his team.
Now a 3v3. Meralto trying to stay alive right here, caught between a rock and a hard place. He is going to have Decipher sliding the corner to pick up kill number 7, but Nova just not able to find the momentum. Kraken going to be the only player alive, and with only 2 kills on the board going up against Deathly's and Impulsive, it's going to be a tough one for him to clutch, especially after missing those gunshots. Impulsive easily picks up the kill right there, and Status Quo comes away with the win in game number 2. We will be going to our first game 3 of the day as we get ready to hop into domination. Like you said, Skill just popping off in every game. Top fragged I think he had double the next player's kills in hardpoint, and very solid game right there, as well as he goes 9-4. Meralto with a really good game as well, going 8-4. And Nova just wasn't able to get anything going. The two bottom frag players, I feel like, just really holding them back right there. Lewis only picking up 1 kill, Kraken with 2. They're definitely going to need to get those guys into more of a rhythm if they're going to have a shot at winning this game of domination.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, this is a big game for both of these teams. They're both unfortunately sitting down at the very bottom of Division 1 right now. And, you know, obviously going into game 3, it's only going to be a 10-point pickup, but any points getting people on the board right now is going to be big for either of these teams. Again, a lot of Call of Duty really boils it down to the mental game and what you're able to do carrying through the momentum off of a big win or a big loss. So this is a big opportunity for either of these teams to really turn things around for this season. I mean, again, they have the players and the skill to do it. Skill, obviously, big performance today. Deathly's very good player. Impulsive, typically, again, what we would be our top slayer on the side of Status Quo. Meralto having a phenomenal performance. And then looking over at the side of Nova, formerly DICE, obviously, I mean, Saxy, 27 kills in our first game of Hardpoint. And then top fragged for the team as well here in Search and Destroy. Definitely going to be looking for his performance in domination to see if he's able to carry the team through for their first win of the season.
Yeah, Nova's definitely going to have their eyes on him. I definitely feel like he's the leader of this team, and he's definitely showing why, as he's just performed so well today. Just wasn't able to get a whole lot of help in Search and Destroy on that last round. And we actually do have Silva getting subbed out for COD right there. Silva, definitely a really solid player for them, but just consistency has not been there for him today, so not too surprising to see. Waiting for our players to ready up, probably couple changes in score streaks and perks as we get ready to hop into our final game of this matchup. It is going to be domination on Summit, so should be an interesting one to watch. Probably going to be a lot of flipping of spawns, flipping of captured points, so we'll see which team is able to hold control of the map and come away with the win, as obviously both of these teams looking for their first win of the split. This is definitely a huge game for both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. As we do have Code subbing in here for the side of Status Quo. I did miss who they swapped him out for, unfortunately.
Silva.
Silva.
Yeah.
Yep, Silva. That's right. So we'll have to see if that changes things in the respawn setting for these guys, as we do obviously potentially have some just AR speed classes coming out here. We definitely could still see some players switching. We do have Kraken on the shotgun, so definitely going to be looking out for that, as well as Saxy has the shotgun out as well. That KRM that we see so much here in North America.
And lots of kills on the way in right there. Vitali picking up the only kill for Nova off the start. It is actually Status Quo with a strong start, despite the fact that they struggled a good bit in Hardpoint. They very nearly get the B cap, but a mistake right there is they don't throw down the trophy system. I believe they did manage to get one player on there to close out the cap, but now we do have Nova pushing that A site to see if they can get control, and actually 3 players on the point. They will be able to spray through the smoke, and they actually get the retake right there, as it will be a double cap for Nova off the start.
Yeah, it's a good start for Nova to get B early on here. Obviously, still very even at the 14-14 mark, but they'll start trickling some extra points, which again, they desperately need. This game is incredibly important to both of these teams. Status Quo picking up a 5-kill feed there. This may be a big opportunity for them to flip B over here on Summit, which is certainly not always a easy one to cap, so definitely be watching out for that. But we do have the A and C cap here for the side of Nova, so they're doing a good job of making the rotations count even when they lose out on the gunfights.
Yeah, and like we predicted, lots of flipping of the flags. We actually have Deathly's with the solo cap right there. Decipher slides topside is able to get the kill, and looking to get control of the B flag right here is Nova. Decipher picking up another one right there. They're not able to finish off the cap, but with Kraken sliding toward mid, we've got Decipher trying to just hop on to see if he can cap it, but not quite able to get it, and it's actually going to be a triple cap for the time being, going the way of Status Quo, who has definitely had the superior map control so far. We do have an A cap, or a C cap coming out of Nova, but it looks like Status Quo is going to be able to take that B flag back down. Very solid control of it, as we do have a few players on the A flag right here. More than likely going to see another flip, as we're starting to see some progress on the C flag going the way of Status Quo.
And again, this has been a really good game as far as rotations go for Nova, but Status Quo are absolutely just winning the gunfights over and over. Desi actually picking up a couple kills for the team there, now has 7 on the board. Looking at the persistence use, we do have Skill, Code, and Deathly's using persistence on the side of Status Quo, and everybody except for Saxy using it on the side of Nova, which, based on his performance today, I would have loved to see Saxy be going into the into kind of the Slayer role for the team. So I'm not super in love with the fact that he's not running persistence.
We do have Decipher actually having a really good game for Nova. Misses the initial shot, but hits the follow-up onto Meralto. It's another follow-up right there to hold spawn control right here, and at this point really trying to go for the spawn trap. His teammate is actually going to be able to pick up the kill onto Lewis right there as he picks up another. They've got the double cap for the time being, but that is going to mark the end of the round, as we do have Nova struggling a little bit in that first half. Just very good consistency across the board for Status Quo, and once again, Kraken struggling. Only 2 kills on the board. If they're going to have a shot at winning this one, he's got to turn this game around.
Enemy taking Alpha.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of opportunity for both of these teams. Obviously, we do have a additional persistence user on the side of Nova, so there is a chance that we could see a score streak disparity for the side of Status Quo. We definitely could see Nova turn things around. We do have Goliaths pretty much across the board for them.
So
Desi,
Impulsive just got huge value. Not only did he get the double kill right there, but he did it while on the flag. And because he's using persistence, gets even more value. So 16 kills on the board for him, and already on his second cycle through his score streaks right now. He's got a cluster strike and a Goliath to work with, getting some damage on the Molotov as well. Picks up another kill right there. 17 kills. He is carrying big time for this Status Quo team. Trying to take out the sentry gun there as well, and he's going to go ahead and hop topside. They've got really good control of this topside, a control center, as he picks up another kill onto Lewis. And even though there's no B cap, they will actually finish the capture right there. Sliding through, trying to pick up another shot onto Saxy. Miraculously escapes right there, and he's actually going to get taken out by Code. And once again, Status Quo looking really good as far as map control goes, as far as kills go. There's a few players really struggling right now for Nova. They're going to need to have some big performances out of those guys to turn it around.
Yeah, we did see Lewis pick up a quad feed for himself. Unfortunately, did get stopped there before he was able to clear out all of B. He is, in the end, going to get dropped there by Deathly. So Lewis had a shining moment there that they were almost possibly able to get a B cap, but unfortunately now they are falling a bit behind, and the triple cap does look like it's coming in, as the shot car is going to be the demise of Lewis there. It is now a triple cap for the side of Status Quo, and this is the Impulsive I expected to see coming into this matchup, Bobby. Again, only 9 kills in the first round on hardpoint, but has been a dominating factor here in domination.
And Code picks up the double with the Pred missile right there. Status Quo just with absolute control right now. 4 players in double digits, and all 4 of those guys really quickly approaching the 20 kill marker, as we already see Impulsive up there. We've just seen Kraken continue to struggle, and definitely been a big factor in the struggle for Nova, as they just have not been able to get any momentum. Following that win in hardpoint, Status Quo continuing to dominate. They've got Annihilators in play, 2 of them, one for Code, one for Impulsive, pushing toward the B site, where Nova actually was able to get control, but there's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do to stop 2 Goliaths on the point. progress on the triple cap as they're taking C right here as well. And more than likely, that is going to be a GG, as just you can see the chemistry continuing to improve, even from round to round, just continuing to dominate the control of this top control center. And it looks like they will come away with their first win, as they're pretty much just flexing Code and Impulsive shooting each other with their Goliaths, and they come away with the win, 150 to 109.
Yeah, big performance there from Status Quo. Struggled really hard in the first game. I mean, Saxy, again, popped off super hard in game 1, that hard point on Raid. Did struggle, though, this game. I mean, again, I was saying early on, I really would have liked to see him use persistence, just based on the performance he was having today. Ended up using the shotgun for a large portion of this game and just never found the gunfights that he needed. And I just, in my opinion, it took him a little too long to make the switch. We did see him pick up a couple kills at the end there. I don't remember which gun it was that he switched to, but you know, again, once he switched off the shotgun, he did find a little bit more ground. So congrats to Status Quo here, picking up their first win, as well as some points here early on in the in season 3 of Mobile Mayhem. Nova Champs, big performance here in Hardpoint. Struggled a little bit in Search and Destroy and Domination, but obviously still a lot we could see out of them coming forward in the upcoming weeks.
Yep. And definitely, I mean, obviously Kraken struggled in all of those games, but give the man some respect. He had 1,000 points in captured objectives, so nobody was trying to play the OBJ as hard as he was. Yeah, you gotta give him a little bit of credit wherever you can. But next up, we do have what I would say is our best matchup of the night. We have Nova Academy going up against Fierce. Definitely one that I'm really excited to watch. So many really good players on both teams, and definitely going to make for a great matchup as we're waiting on getting these players loaded in. Obviously, we've got Vague, accompanied by the majority of the former Truly team that did end up winning Season 2. Wait, was it Season 2 of Mobile Mayhem? I think it was.
Which team?
Truly.
Well, it was Truly, now it's Imperium, yeah.
So, yeah, Swag, Hex, Wally, and High, all a part of that Truly team that ended up winning Season 2 of Mobile Mayhem. You now see at least 3 of those players in play, as we do have Zealous and Vague coming over from Fierce. Obviously, Fierce was able to pick up quite a few really good players as well, so excited to see how this matchup is going to play out. Everybody in chat saying I'm not paying attention. Number 1, I'm casting. Number 2, there's a 2-minute stream delay, so I apologize for not giving you my full attention.
Yeah, definitely excited about this matchup we have upcoming. Obviously, Fierce.
Junior with the sub. Can we get some sub hype in chat?
At the top of Mobile Mayhem. We've seen them competing at the top in Season 1, as well as would have been one of my favorites as far as how the season went in Season 2, to potentially win the championship last time around. But as we mentioned right at the beginning of this matchup coming up, this formerly Truly team, which is now Nova Imperium, came through and really closed the season out strong. So this is an opportunity for Fierce to kind of maybe make a comeback here against the Imperium Nova roster.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see. Let me take a look at the standings real quick. Yeah, so Fierce currently at 30 points and Nova Academy also at 30 points. Definitely going to be an important matchup for both of these teams. Obviously, we haven't updated the scores yet, but Status Quo will be moving up to the number 4 spot over Nova Champs right there. We did have Truly taking the DQ against Tribe, so they could have potentially moved up to the number 1 spot and tied with Hammers, but it's only positive 10 points for a DQ. It's definitely going to be an interesting fight up at the top of Division 1. Hammers, Tribe, and Fierce all within 10 points of each other. Obviously, for that reason, this is going to be a really big game for Fierce. Nova Academy, I think, is going to have a little bit of an easier time. I feel like Infinex and Nova Academy are pretty solidly in the top spots for Division 2, and I would be very surprised to see either one of those teams not make it to the finals. And obviously, we also have a play-in spot for that number 2 spot. So even if they were to drop to number 3, I feel like they would be able to close things out and move on to the finals. But obviously, we got to wait and see. We do have our Truly players getting loaded in here. Or not our Truly players, our Fierce players. So we should be pretty good to start pretty soon.
Yeah, hopefully. Again, this is kind of one of the more sought after games that we've been looking forward to seeing all season long. So definitely want to get you guys into this match as soon as possible. I mean, I think me and Bobby just want to watch it as well. So
Yeah.
hopefully we'll have a exciting game ahead of you guys. And then I'm forgetting, what is our last matchup for the night, Bobby?
Last matchup is, let me see.
I know we had Truly DQ against Tribe.
Yeah, Violence
or
versus
Forfeit.
Infinix.
That should be a good matchup too, actually.
Yep. For sure. Just waiting on one more player for Fierce, and then we should be good to go. It looks like first game's going to be Hardpoint on Summit, which is definitely not one that we've seen a lot in the past, but is in the champs pool. Obviously, one of our main goals in Mobile Mayhem is to really prepare these guys for Stage 4 of the COD Mobile Championships. 4 of the current teams in Mobile Mayhem will be playing in Stage... Whoa. Oh my gosh, it's Dave's face, but not pixelated.
Dude, I've been working on this thing like the whole time, trying to get it to work. So...
There we go. I can reactivate.
I mean,
my
we still
display
ordered a new
capture.
camera team. Don't you worry. We ordered a Logitech camera instead of this cheap crap I have, but I was able to get it to detect, and it's not horrible.
You'll love to see it. All right, we got beamed, loaded in for Fierce right there, so we should be good to go once we get all of our players readied up. Not that that is any type of an easy task, but one step closer to getting started for our third and second to last matchup of the night. Sixless, why is your username Sixless02? Is that intentional? Now, I know that's the real one because he's been subbed. Maybe somebody yoinked his username? I don't really know. I know,
Would
so for those of you
certainly
who
be
don't
interesting.
know, Sixless is actually a former PUBG Mobile pro player who has recently made the switch to COD Mobile, so he's actually been playing a pretty good amount of scrims. Interested to see if he'll be making an intro to Mobile Mayhem sometime in the future. I know one of his main goals is for Wild Rift, which is coming out at some point, but nobody really knows when. Obviously, the beta is everywhere, but as far
It
as
is everywhere except for North America.
Except North America. If you're in North America, you're straight up out of luck. But anywhere else in the world, you get to enjoy the beta as much as you want.
Pretty much. So
Honestly,
definitely excited to see him possibly come on over here, though. I've through watching some of the Trovo streamers, I've definitely popped my head in there a couple times, and could potentially be an exciting matchup. I mean, again, he does have a shooter background, so
yeah.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think he's played with a couple of the different pro teams, so he's definitely, having watched him, he's definitely got the gun skill. A lot of it just comes down to map control and rotation, so if he can manage to learn that, I think he definitely has the potential to be a really solid player. I'm trying to see. Honestly, I'm about to just, for my morning streams, I'm just going to pull up Wild Rift videos and learn about the game as much as I can, because I would rather not be like a complete bot when the game comes out. And also, I'd like to play it a little bit, so. Chat, who's excited for Wild Rift video watching streams? Woohoo!
Could be exciting. Have you played MOBAs in the past, Bobby?
Yeah, I played Mobile Legends a little bit before. I haven't actually played League of Legends, but I believe Wild Rift is actually more similar to Mobile Legends than it is to League of Legends, at least as far as the actual pace of the game and everything else. So
Yeah, it'll be a little bit quicker paced than League, just for the fact that it's mobile. But man, I wish we could have got you into some Vainglory back in the day.
Yeah, honestly, I never even really knew the difference between like Vainglory, Arena of Valor, and Mobile Legends. All I knew is that I had a big Philippines audience and they love Mobile Legends, so I was like, all right, you know what? I'll give Mobile Legends a try.
Yeah, definitely exciting things going on in the world of MOBAs, but we are loading on into the game. Obviously, our first matchup here for these two teams will be Summit Hardpoint, and this is a great map to start off between Nova Imperium as well as obviously we've got Fierce in here as well. Big names on both of these teams, so definitely be looking for some exciting action. Definitely with the performance that Nova Academy has had so far this season, I would definitely expect the respawn modes to be very close, but Search and Destroy might be having to give a little bit of favor over to the side of Nova, just having names like obviously Hacks and Swag over here, Vague as well, so big names on the side of Nova.
And we do see Raballo rocking the QQ9, like we said recently, got a pretty big buff. Slothy with the MSMC is going to slide topside, picks up the frag onto Hex right there. Prones with 2 HP, barely surviving. Abusing that prone glitch and very nearly gets shots onto Wally as well, but not quite able to pick up the kill. It will go the way of Zealous, who's already picked up 4 right now, and doesn't quite spot the players rotating bottom control center right there. Gonna pull out the FHJ, get it reloaded right there, peeks the head glitch and takes out I believe Space or Slothy right there, and Swag gets a couple in the feed as well. Pretty good control right here for Nova Academy, who's got control of this hard point as Swag picks up another one. 4 kills on the board for him, and looking to make the rotation, getting topside control and rotating toward the next hard point as well.
Absolutely. So far, Zealous having a big performance here on the side of Nova. Everybody here on the side of Fierce picking up a couple kills, but so far it's Nova with a small lead, but we do have Fierce picking up a couple points here early on this hard point. So we do have a 1-for-1 trade. Wally does go down. Actually, Nova picking up some big kills there. It's a great opportunity for them to extend their lead.
Yeah, Swag and Zealous both at that 6-kill marker, just completely fragging out right now. Raballo pushing in with the QQ9. We don't typically see him play with quicker pace guns, but making it work right now as he gets control of the hardpoint, gets the frag onto Zealous as well. Holding this hardpoint down all by himself. Won't be able to hold it for very long, but we do get the contest coming out of space right there as he gets the frag himself. Shots onto Zealous, not quite able to get them to land as Hex picks up a big double right there. That'll allow them to get a little bit of scrap time on that hardpoint, but we do have spawn control going the way of Fierce as Raballo gets the trophy system down over on the outside of the hardpoint. Doesn't spot Vague coming in the backside. He's able to get the double kill right there to allow his team to get control of the hardpoint. And I think they may have spawn control as well, as it looks like Fierce is now spawning on the opposite side of the map. That is going to be a big turn for Nova Academy.
Yeah, absolutely. They have a big opportunity here as these respawns on this point particularly do get very far away. Summit, obviously a long, narrow map, so sometimes that is just the way the cookie crumbles. We do have Raballo and Forsaken top fragging here over on the side of Fierce with 7 respectively, but Zealous having just a monstrous performance so far. 15 kills on the board, as much as both of the top fraggers on the side of Fierce combined. So it really just goes to show how the gunfights have been going this game. We do have Raballo picking up a kill onto Swag there where they desperately needed it.
Yeah, definitely really big for them right there. They've got spawn control and they've got a cluster strike down outside the hard point as well, so they'll be able to hold it for a little bit, but already looking like Vague is going to push and try to get a break right here. He is knocked off of his Annihilator. Forsaken able to get the kill onto him. That's going to be huge. Once again, Zealous pushing up into the hard point. They have control for the time being. It's going to be contested. He actually slides outside, and I think got some damage out of his trophy system as he gets 1 kill right there. Dodge the gravity spikes and gets shots onto Space as well. Once again, Nova Academy getting the break. And with that and spawn control, it is going to be a very difficult game for Fierce to win. No players in double digits, while 3 are in double digits for Nova Academy. They've got the point, they've got spawn control. Just not a whole lot that Fierce can do in this first game.
Beamed does pull out the Annihilator there. Almost gets knocked by the rocket launcher. Is going to instead pick up a couple kills for himself. And we will get some trickle points over here to the side of Fierce. But if you're Nova Academy, you're getting pretty confident at this point. Moving on to the next hard point, they obviously get an opportunity to set up. Again, some of these hard points, very, very difficult to rotate to. So we may not see a win on this first hard point unless they're able to get a big lockdown. But moving into the next hard point, there's definitely an opportunity for them to set up early and set up a defense that's really hard to push in. But Nova, man, what a feed going over to the side of Nova there.
Yeah, we do have Swag with his War Machine out, Forsaken on that top side, but Swag's actually going to get knocked off. This is really big for Fierce. They don't have control of the point, but with, I believe, 5 players on the top side, could be an easy break for them. Vague is waiting, gets one player out of top of control center, pulls out the FHJ, picks one up onto Beamed as well, slides the corner, takes out Space. And he is a one-man wrecking crew right now, 19 kills on the board. Very nearly gets the follow-up right there as well, and it looks like the finish of this game is going to be all Nova as Vague gets another one onto Beamed. Absolutely in the zone. Zealous picks up the double to finish, and it is Nova Academy coming out on top, 150-60.
It certainly looked at the end of that game like Vague and Zealous were fighting over who was going to have the top frag. Vague ended up tying it up, but Zealous closed things out with the double kill at the Annihilator, being able to lock down that hard point. So ticks over the game-winning points there for the side of Fierce. I'm certainly getting bugged because my game is showing me that it was a tie.
Okay.
Pretty bizarre.
Oh,
but,
I just realized it shows time on the hill now. I totally didn't realize that. That's actually a really cool addition as far as spectator features go, and obviously that's available to players in the game, but actually the ability to see how much time each player had on the hill hacks the OBJ player right there with 1 minute and 8 seconds, and Swag pretty close by with 59 seconds on the hill. Big games for both of those guys. Obviously, Nova coming away with the win. Zealous and Vague really just playing those fragger roles and doing a phenomenal job of it, combining for 43 kills. And we will be hopping into Search and Destroy on Raid right here. It looks like we may have a substitution going the way of Nova, potentially High subbed in as a sniper, as we do have who got subbed out? Oh, Zealous got subbed out. A little bit surprising to see.
Yeah, after having a 23 kill game in the open, definitely a little weird. But again, obviously we have potential to run double sniper specifically on Raid, because all paths you can run on Raid essentially have that long vantage sight line that you have to look out for. So it would make sense for Nova Academy to possibly run in the double sniper role, obviously between Swag and High. So definitely be looking out for that. Beamed, unfortunately, did struggle a little bit to come online today. He's one of the players that we've seen consistently top frag over on the side of Fierce. And unfortunately, not having the greatest performance there in that last game. He did finish at the top of his team, but only a very marginal difference. Definitely hope to see him pop off a little bit harder here as we move into Search and Destroy. But hopefully we'll get this last player in for Nova here and get you guys into the next game.
Yep. Waiting on our one Nova player. I'm actually going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Well, chat, while we are waiting on Bobby as well as a 5th player for Nova, this is a great time to let us know who you guys think is going to win the Search and Destroy matchup between Nova Academy and Fierce. Nova Academy / Nova Imperium. So definitely let us know in chat what you guys think. I guess that's less exciting to do when there's a 2-minute delay, but we'll be all right, guys. Don't you worry. And we do get High filling in that final spot for Nova, just as Bobby predicted. Again, very likely going to be running the double sniper role specifically on Raid, and that can really provide a lot of flexible gameplay. Obviously, snipers, search and destroy, have been dominant just because if you get those early picks and you don't get that opportunity to respawn, you have given your side a advantage. So now we are loaded on in, and we will get this game underway, and all players connecting pretty quickly there, so we hopefully will get Bobby back soon.
Yeah, I'm here.
High does appear to have the sniper out
sorry,
right now,
I'm here.
as well
I was
as
muted.
Swag. So, and then by Nova. Unfortunate.
All right. I think that's happened at least once in every matchup so far today, so
Yeah.
hopefully we get our players re-readied once again.
And it's kind of confusing why, because it's not like we have any banned skins this time. As long as you get your classes right,
And
you
it's
don't really
not
gotta
like
worry
they
about
don't have
too much.
time to do anything beforehand.
It's not like we had a 5-minute break there
Yeah.
between games. So, I mean, it is possible High jumped in and accidentally readied up too soon. Maybe that's what's going on. But he's actually one of the first ones to ready up, so maybe not.
All right.
I did ask chat while you were gone who they think is going to win this matchup, so expect to maybe see that
Okay.
coming through the chat here pretty soon.
Let's see. Oh, this matchup or the next one?
Of this matchup,
Okay.
Nova Academy versus Fierce for
Gotcha.
Search and Destroy.
All right. I'm seeing one Nova, one Fierce. Restart the stream. Guys, if the stream's lagging, just
it's
lower your
working for me.
resolution. Yeah, my stream's fine.
Working fine over here on 1080p for me.
Yes, sir. Alright, just waiting on Hex, Forsaken, and Slothy, and then we should be good for game number 2. I'm seeing over on YouTube chat, mostly Nova. A few Fierces, actually mostly Fierce over on Trovo, so it looks like they just really want a game 3.
Hey, I'm down. I'm down for it, man. Game 3 between these two teams would be super exciting. Because again, Fierce is one of the teams that really all through the last season performed incredibly well, and again, going into the quarterfinals would have been very likely a favorite for winning the whole thing. So,
Defend the objective.
For what is now Nova Academy / Nova Imperium to come through and pick up that win really just, again, goes to show how tight the competition was last time around. So this is going to be a good matchup, as we have High not having the sniper out, picking up a wallbang here on Forsaken, as well as a double onto Slothy.
Yeah, big shots return coming out of Beamed. He does pick up the refrag, and one-man advantage going the way of Nova. It looks like a Swag was either AFK or just hard scoped on the area. Does end up getting taken out pretty easily right there. Beamed in the top area, and beautiful shots onto Hex to close out the round. We do have Fierce taking the 1-0 lead, as I believe that was a little 1v2 clutch out of Beamed, who, like we said, struggled in that first game, but definitely comes in big for them in the first round.
Yeah, absolutely. So phenomenal performance out of Beamed. Already has 3 kills on the board in just the first round. I mean, that's 60% of a team there, but Swag picks up first blood for the side of Nova. But again, they did actually get the first 2 kills last time around. High able to pick up a kill onto Beamed as he climbs through the window. That's a big opening for the side of Nova.
And High missing some big shots across. Very nearly had the kill onto Forsaken, but Wally able to clean it up. Only 2 players remain for Fierce right there, as Rabalo picks up a must-have kill onto Swag, but now a 1v3 for him. Not able to take Wally off of the head glitch, and it will be Nova Academy taking their first round win. Is pretty consistent contributions across the board for them. Wally with a big round right there to allow them to win, and Swag not with the start that we typically see out of him, actually rocking the Cold War beta exclusive skin right there that you can get for free on mobile. We do have trades coming in off the start, as Beamed is actually taking out the sniper. We've got 4 snipers in play for Fierce right now. I'm not really sure what I'm seeing at the moment. Maybe a little bit of an ego challenge. Not really going their way as of right now. It is a 1-player advantage going the way of Nova. We do have Raballo pushing up toward mid as well, and looking to see if they can get a pick, because all they can really do right now is play for picks, and just look at that. Beam picks one up right there. 5 kills on the board for him. Everybody, I guess, trying to show that they can all snipe. He is going to go over toward the B site. Swag waiting for him right there, not able to land the shot. Tries to hit the quick scope. Both players miss. Hit marker, and it is Space cleaning that one up. Now a 1-player advantage going the way of Fierce. Beam getting the bomb plant down. Hex over... I'm not sure where Hex is. Okay, so he's looking at the wall up by top of Laundry. It's actually Raballo picking up another snipe right there. And Beamed finds Hex staring at the wall, and just like that, we do have Fierce retaking the lead at 2-1.
Not really sure what's going on with Hex right now. Hopefully we'll see him rejoin, as Fierce have picked up their 2nd win here in Search and Destroy. It does look like Hex may still be suffering with some connection problems, or maybe had to walk away from his game problems, but hopefully again we'll get him back soon. We don't want to see a team win because
he just reconnected.
Yep, I see it there.
And Beam picks up another snipe right there. Such an interesting meta for Fierce right now. We see only snipers and MSMCs, which is definitely not something that you expect to see a whole lot on Raid. Obviously making it work right now is Slothy picks up the kill onto Hex. Beam picks up the snipe onto Vague, and just like that, Swag, the only player remaining right here for Nova. He is able to get a shot onto Forsaken, but gonna need 2 more to clutch. The 1v3 gets hit markered right there by Beamed. That's going to make things significantly more difficult, and very nearly had the right scope in time. But
Slothy looking for the knife kill?
I think that Slothy wants the knife kill right now. He may be able to get the rotation from behind. Swag is going to spot him right there, but not able to land the shot. And Beam slides the quarter. 9 kills in the first 4 rounds for him, as he has pulled out the sniper and dominated with it.
Yeah, Beamed a big player here on the side of Fierce. Does look like we have Swag once again sniping. Still I'm kind of shocked to see High not as well sniping, but it is going to be Space picking up the first kill onto Swag, and it getting traded back as Forsaken gets dropped. High almost gets killed, but will make it out alive, and Vague is able to pick up the kill onto Slothy. This is a phenomenal opportunity for Nova to start turning things around here, as they are down 2 rounds currently.
Yeah, Vague pushing up in that bank room. Not an ideal angle to try to take a gunfight with the QQ9. More than likely, we'll see him try to reposition. Actually gets the Molotov down below, but won't be able to do anything. However, his teammates making the plays. He actually dies to the Molotov as he runs through. Fortunately enough, still 3 players left alive, and his teammates now teabagging his body.
Well,
and it will be Wally getting the defuse right there, as Nova Academy will be able to move 1 round closer at 2-3.
Yep, so Nova showing some signs of life there, able to pick up that round. Nearly in reach here of evening things up. Obviously, this round could really spell a lot. They can tie things up, or they can go down 2 rounds once again. So this is a big round for Fierce to try to, again, put down the mental game of Nova, and Slothy, with a great start there, is able to pick up a kill. Wally gets to return with the Tomahawk!
Wow, and it is going all the way of Nova Academy right now. 3 kills for them already. We do have High very nearly losing the gunfight, but flexes by throwing down the FHJ shot onto his opponent, and things starting to get very toxic. Should be an exciting finish to watch. Space all by himself against the 3 remaining Nova players. High already with 10 kills on the board. Really challenging Beamed right now for that top frag spot. We will see the bomb plant going down over on the B site. Space looking to pick up 1 kill before he tries to make a push over toward the site. High, I believe, actually spotted him right there, but not able to land the shot. Space looking to go top of Red Room. May be able to get the shots onto High, but he is ready for him, and Not a whole lot he's going to be able to do right here unless he gets a pick, and Hax is waiting for him on the backside, picks up the kill. Just like that, we are tied up at 3-3.
I might be wrong. Maybe the admins or you can let me know, Bobby. Is that the first Tomahawk kill we've seen in North America, at least?
Wait, who had the Tomahawk kill?
Wally.
Oh, I did not see. I mean, that's the first one that I've seen.
I think that's the first one I've seen. I mean, we've seen Forsaken for sure with the baseball bat, but Tomahawk is not one that we see very often. So at least exciting for Wally to pick that one up, as Swag is able to pick up the wallbang headshot onto Beam. That's a big opportunity. Slothy picks up the knife kill though onto Vague.
Very interesting time to be trolling when you're tied 3-3 at one of the best teams in Mobile Mayhem, but I mean, if it works, it works.
They're both kind of working it. Wally's
Yeah.
got the Tomahawk out, Slothy getting a lot of kills, or trying to get kills with the knife, so
just like
definitely
that,
for them.
it is going to be a
Hax still-
3v3. Hex is going to, or I think Swag's going to drop down, and Slothy actually gets baited by Wally. He baited his AFK teammate, ends up picking up the kill right there, and it's now a 2v2. Just, honestly, that was a big brain play out of him. Like, if you're going to have a teammate that's going to automatically die at least, you might as well get a free kill out of it, and just like that.
Wally's got the knife out now.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be able to rotate over toward the B site. Probably going to be able to get the plant Forsaken using the HVK, which is very interesting. I think considered by most players to be one of the worst ARs in the game. Interested to see if that's something he's going to keep using. And now we're going to have to rotate back towards spawn side to see if he can get a pick right here to be able to get the defuse. We got a shield turret going down for Swag. And Slothy actually reconnecting right here. Definitely big for his team. Space trying to get a pick. Will go top red room right here. See if he can land a shot. We do have one player on the shield turret, but Swag quickly hops away, and now only 15 seconds to work with. Swag picks up the shot onto Space. Forsaken all by himself. Does land the shot onto Swag. Now a 1v1, but not a lot of time to work with the Shock RC right there. That will secure the win as Wally picks up the frag. And just like that, 3 rounds in a row going the way of Nova Academy, a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, and if you are Nova Imperium / Nova Academy right now, you definitely want to pick up the win here just to really show everybody that last season wasn't a fluke. Because again, this team, under the name of Truly last season, did struggle all through the season. I mean, coming down to the last week of open play, this is a team that struggled to even make it into the quarterfinals, and then they were able to come through with the win. So this particular matchup really has a lot riding on it.
Yeah, and Vague has actually decided to pull out the sniper as well. So basically the entire roster of Nova Academy trying to prove that they can snipe right now. We actually got a battle between him and Forsaken. It's actually Swag picking up the cross snipe right there. Now a one-man advantage going the way of Nova Academy, who seems to have all the momentum at the moment. Slothy actually picks up the knife kill onto Hax, who is once again AFK in spawn. Trade coming out of Vague as he takes out Raballo right there. Gonna go for the bomb plant over on the B site.
Slothy gets Wally.
Slothy, the only player remaining for Fierce, and still has the knife out. Seems very, very much dead set on getting these knife kills. 6 kills on the board for him. And we'll go top of laundry right here. I don't think he's going to pull out a gun. I think he's 100% dead set on knifing.
Oh, looks like we have trick shotting.
And
Nova.
he gets the first kill. Can he clutch? All right, this is the peak of competitive play right here as Slothy gets the knife 1v2 against the trick-shotting players of Nova Academy.
It was a 1v3. But
yeah, that's you're right.
He did get the legitimate kill onto Wally. So.
All right, Slothy with 8 kills on the board clutches the 1v2. And he's okay. He does pull out a gun, and there's the knife. Okay, gun. He can't decide what he wants to do. Molotov going out. All right, looks like he is going to actually play this one. Raballo picks up first blood onto Swag. That's actually going to be big for them. We do see Vague and High getting a couple trades right there. High picks up the double, and only 2 players remain. Wally picks up the FHJ kill, and I believe teabagging his opponent right there once again. It will be Space all by himself against the 4 remaining Nova players, obviously. Hex AFK, so effectively a 1v3 right here, and Space taking shots, is able to pick up the frag, not quite able to take out High right there. We got one player up top of Laundry in Vague looking to pick up the snipe. Slide around the corner, shield turret going down. We got a Molotov that will go in and gets the kill onto High. Oh, but Vague is waiting for him around the corner and will pick up the pistol kill to give Nova Academy the 5-4 lead.
And Nova Academy now 1 point away here, one single round away from closing this out, a 2-0 victory over Fierce. If nothing else, this has at least been interesting to watch.
Yeah.
As we've had some certainly off-meta things happening. Wally once again has the Tomahawk out. Slothy actually has a gun out this time, so maybe not wanting to lose this time around. Hax still eating a sandwich off in the middle of nowhere, I guess.
We do have High hit marker in the first shot, then he takes out Beamed. Seems to be in the zone right now. 14 kills, hit markers again across the map right there onto Raballo. It's finally Space able to take him out. Now a 2v2 to finish off this game. Obviously, Hack's not in play right now, so it is an actual 2v2 as Vague still has the sniper out, holding down the A site, looking to get a pick. 6 HP will slide away and be able to survive the situation as he runs topside to regen. Gonna pull out the sniper right here, and it's actually Space taking out Swag. Now a 1v2 for Vague as he picks up the DRH, gets shots on the Slothy, but Space cleans things up, and we are actually going to be going to round number 11.
Yeah, round 11 here between Fierce and Nova Academy. Obviously, if Fierce were able to pick up the win here, they would push us into a game 3, which would be domination on firing range. So VTOL Haven there. So we will have to see if that ends up being the case. High does miss the opening shot there, and we'll have to make the rotation over. And it does look like we have a very aggressive push by Forsaken as Slothy and Forsaken are able to pick up 2 kills. This is a great opportunity for Forsaken with a double.
And once again, we've seen this from some of the Nova Academy players before, where they've decided to troll, and it ends up costing them. It looks like that may be the case, as we do have Wally taken out. It's Fierce coming out on top with the 6-5 win, and basically, we got Nova Academy just giving away a free 10 points because they decided to troll right there. Could have very well closed things out, especially in the situation.
To be fair, both teams were certainly trolling a little bit.
Yeah, but like the knife 1v2 against snipers that are trying to trick shot, like,
hey.
like, like even with Hex AFK, Nova Academy still could have won that one very, very easily. But it is Fierce coming out on top, so it looks like we'll be getting ready to hop into domination on firing range.
Definitely would expect to see a lot of persistence here. Definitely a lot of potential for the VTOLs. That's obviously one of the maps that we do see quite often. Air support really rules the game. So be looking out for that as we get into the next game. And we do have our lovely Benzo joining us once again. Welcome back, Benzo.
All right.
Is Hax here or is Hax
I don't know.
Man?
I feel like there's a pretty good chance we have a substitution, especially after Zealous got subbed out last game, and he's, I would say, the best respawn player for this Nova team. Yep.
I mean, High's ready up, so it does look like we have the go ahead to kick Hax.
And there we go. We get Zealous back in. Definitely a big asset for Nova in this one, and we should have our players readied up and good to go for domination firing range soon. Definitely expecting a lot of players to have SAM turrets equipped as well, especially as we've seen the VTOLs become more and more prevalent in Mobile Mayhem, especially in games of domination where you have that extra time where you're able to call in the VTOL. Those can very easily turn the tides, and really, right now anyway, the SAM turret is the best way to counter that.
Yeah, absolutely. And quite often I feel like we just don't see enough SAM turrets get run. I I mean, I get wanting to get the big kill streaks, right? I get wanting to run 3 kill streaks, but I absolutely wouldn't be against a team or a player with persistence running a Sam as their first score streak. Again, a lot of the score streak control that we see ends up being second round anyway, so you're not losing much by. I mean, quite often we see what, like Pred missile, cluster strike, and then VTOL, or Pred missile Goliath VTOL for firing range.
Honestly, the Pred missile is a very underrated counter for the VTOL because I think it only takes 1 Pred missile to take out a VTOL.
I think you are right. I do believe that sounds right. But it also relies on you then have to hold the Pred missile until a VTOL comes in, which is a whole nother story versus a SAM turret.
Yep.
You're not tempted to use it to try to save a point or anything. Again, in the first round, we don't see really any score streaks often for firing range. Everything gets saved up for the second round, so that's why I would like to see more SAMs come into play. We do have first blood, it looked like, going over to Forsaken, and actually a bunch of kills opening for the side here of Fierce.
Yeah, Slothy gets actually a double right there through the window of trailer. That's going to be big for him. One player around the corner as he gets the 250 points for the capture kill. Vague able to get the refrag through trailer window right there. And both teams really trying to play for trailer control as Vague is pushed all the way across to the seaside. Going to pull out the FHJ, which is definitely becoming more and more common in the competitive scene, especially after that buff. Honestly, I feel like that's the gun that we've seen the most after previously not really seeing it at all, just because of the option that it gives you with 2 shots and no longer requires a lock-in in order to shoot either. Zealous, not surprising, picking up 6 kills off the start. Slothy with 4 on the board, and Nova with a little bit of progress over on that B flag, but neither team able to get the cap yet. We are tied up off the start.
Yeah, very, very close game here early on. We do have quite a bit of kills funneling on over to the side of Fierce right now. But Zealous, as you mentioned, typical for him to do well in respawn mode. 7 kills on the board right now for the side of Nova. They absolutely need it. This obviously is the final matchup between these two teams, at least for the night. So this is a very important game for both of these teams. Obviously being game 3, there's only a 10-point opportunity, but we do have B potentially going over to Nova here. We've got about half of the cap right now, and now we have a couple more members getting on that as well. So there is a cap going over to the side of Nova. And for the first half, B is very, very difficult on this map to flip. We talk about it quite consistently on the domination firing range here, Bobby, that a lot of spawn points are just within a couple seconds of sightline on B, which makes it very, very difficult.
Yeah, Vague's actually able to hop into top 10 right there, able to take out Space. And it looks like we may have a triple cap for a little bit right here as they're easily able to take the C flag. We probably will see an A take coming out of Fierce pretty soon here. But definitely a big advantage for Nova Academy right now, who's definitely looking to close this one out with a win, especially when it seems like they probably should have been able to take the win in the game of Search and Destroy. Zealous in that mid area is using Hardline as well, so with those Annihilator kills, 150 points per kill, getting some big value, and now has full streaks as he's got 12 kills on the board. Fierce able to retake a little bit of progress on the B flag, but not able to completely take it. And with 3 players pushing,
Goliath in board already.
Oh wow, yeah, high actually inside of top 10 in that Goliath. He is going to take some FHJ shots, losing a pretty good amount of health there as well. Honestly, the buff to the FHJ probably going to do a lot to counter score streaks. More than likely that was a measure taken by Call of Duty Mobile to try to counter the persistence perk a little bit, especially since the FHJ is a lot more effective in countering score streaks than the SMRS. We do see the Goliath taken out early right there, but it will be 75-48 entering the half, going the way of Nova Academy.
Yeah, and that's a big opening round for the side of Nova. Zealous has a Goliath online as well as a Pred and a Cluster Strike, so definitely be looking for that. Wally, Pred about to come online. Goliath going to be not too far behind that. Does look like we have a Goliath soon for Swag as well, but Swag also the only one on the team. Oh, no, High is as well. So 2 VTOLs for the side of Nova, and looking over at the side of Fierce, everybody has a VTOL except for Beam, so definitely be looking out for a lot of score streaks to come through this round, as we almost have a early B cap here for the side of Nova. And
we've actually got a couple of War Machines in play for Nova, as we do have Wally and Swag both rocking it. Interestingly enough, we got Space with the Tempest, which we've seen other players use as well. And actually really big value for Vague on that cluster strike right there, not only saving the BCAT, but also able to knock a couple players off of their score streaks. Forsaken in the bottom of 10, getting some frags right here, but they're going to need a big turnaround to close this one out, as it is going to be a triple cap going the way of Nova Academy. So many cluster strikes in play, able to stop the C cap for them, and definitely going to be a really tough one for Fierce to turn around right here, as Vague pushing in the backside does get the frag onto Forsaken as well. Seems like pretty much everything going the way of Nova Academy.
It has been the case so far. Again, a lot of score streaks getting ready to come online for these teams. High is getting ready to have a cluster strike of his own. Zealous actually looping his score streaks right now, getting ready to have another Pred missile, as well as still has his Goliath on board. So we need to watch out for how that is going to be balanced out. About a 50-point lead here for the side of Nova, so they've got to be feeling pretty comfortable. We now need a guaranteed triple cap here for the side of Fierce. Actually need to hold it for a fair bit of time still. So
yeah, we got Raballo marching toward the hard point inside his Goliath. He's actually going to be taken out immediately by the Pred missile from High. And with that gone, it's going to be very, very difficult for Fierce to close this one out. Space is going to get knocked off of his Tempest right there, and his top fragger for the team. That's going to be a big loss for them. More cluster strikes on the way in, this time actually coming out of Fierce, but it looks like it's going to be too little too late, as very nearly having a triple cap once again, 143 to 80. Zealous, not too surprising to see, top fragging for Nova Academy. Swag crossing the 10 kill mark as well, and honestly the kill difference not really that big, but it's really come down to score streak distribution, how the players have played their score streaks. Obviously Nova Academy able to get the convincing win in game number 3, as they win 150 to 83.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of really good rotations out of Nova as well. They were able to get B early in both rounds. That really gave a big lead to them just going in the first round. I mean, a 30-point lead in round 1, nice solid way to start. And then getting B capped, I think, in the first like 45 seconds of the second round.
I appreciate the 100,
pretty
Roman.
solid for them
I
there
can move
as
it
well.
next game.
So they were able to come through with the win here.
I didn't realize it was covering
domination.
the
That's
overlay.
the
My bad.
2-1 win. For anybody maybe joining us late this season, you no longer lose points for being on the losing team, but it will be a donut going over to the side of Fierce, and only 10 points picked up for the side of Nova Academy, since Fierce were able to clutch things up and win their game on Search and Destroy raids. So mostly excellent showing between these two teams. I'm not gonna sugarcoat the little bit of trolling we had in Search and Destroy, but at least it was fun.
For sure. Getting ready to hop into our final matchup of the night. It is going to be Infinix versus Violence, I believe. And it looks like all the players are actually ready to go. This might be the fastest I have ever seen pro players queue into a lobby. You love to see it. Infinix already got their full squad in here. Envoy, Cheto, Tatio, Tempo, and Yuji. Their typical squad, at least for right now. So just waiting for Violence to get loaded in, and we should be good to go for our final matchup of the night. Obviously, Infinix had just been really solid throughout the last couple of splits of Mobile Mayhem. Currently the only undefeated team, so they'll no doubt be the favorites to win tonight, but the younger team of Violence definitely looking to make a name for themselves, especially as they do prepare for Stage 4 of the COD Mobile Championships.
Yeah, and Infinix actually very typically a punctual team. I mean, I think we've only like maybe once ran into a situation where they were finishing up a game as their time came. But I mean, can you really blame them too much for trying to get their practice in as
True.
quick as possible? So Very punctual team, very high skilled team, one that we seen kind of come up from being the new guys on the block, a one of those teams that we discussed having good players but struggled with some consistency, and really have seen them take off these past couple
Tio
seasons.
with the
So,
raid of
as we do
160.
have the
I
Tio
appreciate
raid
it.
coming
Welcome
in,
everybody. Thank
so
you
much
for
to Tio.
joining.
Definitely excited to see how Infinix are able to bounce
Always
back this
appreciate
season.
it.
Again,
Everybody make sure to
they're
go
a
ahead
team
and
that
follow
with
to
Fierce, we would have
Tio
expected
on
to
Trovo.
see them be in the
He's pretty much
finals,
always
and
streaming
it
before
ended up,
Mobile Mayhem,
not
so
being the case,
hope you
obviously,
guys
as we had Truly
enjoy the stream.
at the
Hit
time,
the follow
who
button
is
if you
now
guys haven't
Nova
already.
Academy, which is the team we just
We
watched,
should
was
be
able to
good to
come
hop
through and
into
pick
this
up
matchup pretty soon
the
here.
win there. So there's a lot that we really need to see out of teams like Fierce as well as Infinix moving into this season.
Yep.
Especially with teams like Hammers performing so well, Nova Academy performing so well, and as well Tribe. I mean, again, we didn't get to see them today because Truly did DQ, but Tribe is a team that struggled all last season. In fact, I don't even remember them picking up a win last season, Bobby. And they had a good opening day performance as well as Wednesday last week. They had a really strong performance as well.
Yep. Definitely excited to watch these teams match up, as I feel like Mobile Mayhem, the teams are just getting more and more solid, and we're getting better and better matchups every season as they continue to build their chemistry and everything else. Obviously, kind of the pinnacle of this for North America is going to be the Stage 4 Championships. Obviously, that won't be the last major esports event for Call of Duty Mobile, but the biggest one for the time being. We are good to hop into our last matchup of the night. It will be Infinix on strong side, or actually it'll be Violence on strong side, able to enter the hard point initially, and actually Envoy able to pick up the frag nade onto Decoy, takes control of the hard point. We do have one player on the backside, very nearly taking out Envoy, but able to clean things up to Tio with 2 kills off the start. We always see him with the big performances after a raid, and once again, playing the big role for his team, not only picking up those kills, but playing the OBJ as well. Not quite able to take out Forbid, however, and it looks like we may actually have hardpoint control for a little bit right here, going the way of Violence. We do have Forbid on the hill. Olev using the AK-47, which we haven't seen used a whole lot in competitive play, but making good use of it right there as Decoy picks up a double kill as well onto Infinix. And pretty even start. It looks like Infinix will clean up the rest of the scrap time to take about a 20-point lead, but most of this Violence team has gone ahead and set up on the next hard point, and they will have control for the time being.
Does look like, at least to me, Olev may be lagging like a lot. So definitely a little bit of a struggle there for the side of Violence. Big opening plays coming out of Infinix, and I will make note that this update has really given it a lot of opportunity. We've talked about it so far tonight, at least as far as the update goes. That a lot of changes to the operators in general brings a lot more flavor and opportunity in for things like the War Machine, which I actually think even before this update, this was one of the best maps to run a War Machine or two in the first place, just because all of these hard points are chucked into such tight corridors and such tight rooms. So really liking the play that we're seeing coming out of a lot of these teams with this new update.
Yeah, we do see Infinix getting the break right there, and Tio already going for the rotation toward next as well. It is actually Mason picking up the snipe onto him, and he's going to be able to hold down the CT tank area. Not quite able to land the shots onto Yuji, but that will be pretty solid map control for Violence, at least off the start. Envoy is on the backside looking to get the break right here, but will be taken out quickly by Olev. We got Decoy on the top side, taking a few shots from the chopper, but will stay alive and will be on the hill for the... No, hops off the hill. It's actually completely unoccupied. He's going to slide back in right there. FHJ shots coming in from Chedo. He's not quite able to get it to land, but will get the contest. And basically going to be a constant repeat battle between these two as Decoy picks up another one right there. One player jumping in. And it's actually Envoy on the hill for the time being, as he does get the break for Infinix, who will continue to build their lead, now up 20 points and looking like they've got the rotations to hold this one for the rest of the time once again.
Yeah, Cheto does pick up a couple kills there at the end of the his rotation there. Obviously, Cheto, a player that we typically see excel with the sniper rifle, is opting to go with the AN-94 for this matchup, as well as looks like he has persistence. So doing pretty good for, again, being a little out of his comfort range. But Tatio, UG, both having a really, I mean, the whole team of Infinix really having a strong performance. Everybody on the team approaching double digits, a couple of them already there. Olev struggling incredibly hard here on the side of Violence. Again, maybe some of it to do with, again, it looks like he's lagging pretty hard, which is unfortunate. But Forbid doing his best to keep Violence in this game. 11 kills on the board. Unable to get the rotation into Bakery and is going to get dropped by UG there with Chopper.
And Tatio misses the Annihilator shot, but his teammate able to clean up that kill onto Mason. We do have Will getting a double kill with a HG40, and Tatio picks up another one right there. Gets the double onto Will. That's actually going to be huge. That'll prevent them from pushing into that left side of Bakery. Calls in the Pred missile as well, and now 15 kills on the board for him. Gonna go top Grandma's right here to see if he can pick up a couple more as Infinix now up 70 points and looking to close this one out on the final hardpoint. Only in need of 19 points. Forbid does end up winning that gunfight. That's going to be a big one. Cheto has pulled out his Annihilator and now rotating over toward Tractor side to see if he can find a few more. We will have control for the time being, but it doesn't last very long as Cheto drops Decoy very quickly right there. One player entering that deli area, but Olev able to get the double with the AK-47. Hasn't been able to be too consistent with that so far. Only 6 kills on the board, and it looks like the cluster strike will be able to close things out for Infinix as they take the win 150-57.
Yeah, big opening round for Infinix here. You'll have to let me know, Bobby. I think they may have updated and let us see the new attachments even. So definitely pop in and let me know on that one, because definitely have to look for those. I believe they have the 10mm rounds for the QQ9, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I believe that is what Forbid was using there and was able to light up a lot of people. So definitely be looking for more of the MP5/QQ9 use throughout the rest of the tournament. Thanks to, I believe it was last night's update.
Well, yeah, like middle of the morning today, basically. Okay.
Yeah. So that brings up a lot of changes. I mean, we've seen a lot of things get shifted here today so far. I mean, we've seen a lot of operator use that's not just the Annihilator, so you gotta love seeing that. Again, we're seeing guns that we haven't really seen in a while, from rocket launchers to submachine guns. We've seen a lot of shotguns today. So definitely exciting things in the land of Call of Duty Mobile, but we will be getting into high-rise search and destroy moving into this next matchup. I know you have talked a lot, Bobby, about Mason being a pretty well-known ranked sniper. How do you think he's going to stack up going against Cheto in, again, what is typically a sniper-dominated map, specifically if you're able to pick up those very hard to hit but effective spawn shots?
Honestly, I'm really interested to see. We've seen him go up against some of the better snipers. I believe they have gone against Nova Academy, so obviously he's not untested at all, but obviously Cheto winning sniper of the split going to be a pretty good competition for him. I think he definitely has a shot. A lot of it just does come down to rhythm. He actually has Yuji. I think Yuji over in the opposite spawn using the sniper right now, as well as Cheto. Nobody able to get the first blood as of yet. And I think Mason used up pretty much his entire clip right there, but obviously both teams playing those head glitches as much as they possibly can, trying to stay alive in the midst of that battle. It will be Will getting the first blood onto Envoy right there. Bomb plant nearly goes down, but Cheto is able to stop it, and now it's Mason all by himself. And that one very quickly went the way of Infinix.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe Violence were able to pick up a single kill there. But Tatio, as expected, you know, having a big performances here. Do have I would love to see Tatio actually snipe this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love to see it, but it looks like didn't get anything for the spawn shot, so he just went ahead and switched back on over to the Scar, which obviously a favorite weapon for him. Tempo did get killed in that spawn shot, but Envoy is going to find the return kill onto Will YouTube there.
All right, this FPP to TPP switch is absolutely driving me insane.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
We finally get it to switch right there. Cheto able to pick up 2 snipes already, and Mason, the only player once again, actually hit markers right there. Cheto turns, lands the shot onto him, and it will be Infinix going up to the 2-0 lead as they look to get yet another sweep, yet to lose a match, or really yet to lose a map so far in Season 3 of Mobile Mayhem. We'll see if they're able to keep that going, as it looks like there's a very good chance that they will. And it's actually Violence going underground right here, a little bit of a different approach of trying to avoid the shots of Cheto, and it's actually Mason winning the sniper battle right there. We'll see if he can contribute a few more as Decoy picks up shots onto Tatio. Will takes out Envoy. Now a 2-man advantage going the way of Violence, but just like that, Yuji pulling out the sniper himself. Picked up a DRH, looking to pick up a couple kills to even this one out. Does spot one player in Forbid, but Forbid winning the gunfight. It's going to be Tempo all by himself right here. Decoy planting the bomb, but Forbid waiting for him. Perfect bait right there. And Violence takes their first round win, making it 2-1.
Yeah, that was a big round for Violence, and I think a lot of that really boils down to Mason and Decoy that round. Were able to get early picks. They were able to pick up Tatio and Cheto. So big kills for them there. Obviously, the rest of Infinix, extremely good players too, but I think if you take down possibly the fan favorite on the side of Infinix, definitely going to spell good for you, at least for that round. A couple kills going back and forth there, but it is Violence picking up the better of those trades. It's now Yuji once again alone, and Mason comes through with a clean snipe.
Mason showing that he can stack up against these other snipers, and the initial picks onto Cheto and Tatio were actually really big for Violence right there. Mason definitely playing a big role in their past 2-round wins, and looking like they might be able to give Infinix some trouble right here, as Mason trying to spray through the smoke. It looks like Infinix no longer wanting to take those long-range gunfights, and they're going to instead opt to take those side routes. No first blood for either team as of yet. Still 2 snipers in play for both teams, and I believe Will was actually disconnected, but able to reconnect right there. Mason very nearly picks up the shot onto, I believe that's Yuji over on the opposite side. Both players missing a few shots right there, as I believe Mason actually hitting the beam a couple times to block those shots. Cheto has actually pushed all the way across the map to get the kill onto him. That's going to be a big first blood for Infinix right there, but Decoy able to get the refrag. Just like that, 2 players dropping really quickly for Infinix. Tatio picking up the sniper, and just like that, Olev going to be the only player remaining for the team. He's going to go on backside of this little edge building, and I thought he fell off the map. Hits the shot onto Envoy, but Yuji is waiting on the backside, and Infinix retakes the lead 3-2.
Yeah, absolutely. And Infinix definitely need a win here to carry their momentum forward, especially against a team like Violence, who we did see struggle quite a bit last season. You definitely don't want your first loss to be against one of the. I mean, again, not a bad team. I mean, again, this team is coming through with some big performances here. But Infinix, you definitely need to carry that energy forward, being one of the quote teams to beat. But it is Decoy picking up a double kill, picking the Cheto and Envoy off.
We've got 3 snipers in play right now for Violence, and it's actually working. Will picks up the frag onto Yuji as well. Now 5 players remaining. Mason gets caught off guard by Tatio, who's only got a pistol to work with right now, and I think he's trying to see if he can maybe pick up the pistol 1v5. Obviously very unlikely. Pulls out the sniper. Not going to be able to hit the shots onto Will, however, and that will tie things back up once again at 3-3, as the snipes of Violence just continue to land round after round. It seemed like Infinix might pull away, but they were able to turn things around pretty quickly.
Yeah, and this is actually something that we quite often had seen back in Call of Duty console for specifically this map. as well as Terminal, which is a map that we haven't seen in the rotation yet for Mobile Mayhem. But snipers do very much so dominate this map. There's so much range in every aspect of this map, so it gives a lot of opportunity for those picks. Even when you don't think that's going to be the case. I mean, there's a lot of overhead opportunity, there's a lot of spawn-to-spawn opportunity, and Yuji gets a wallbang there onto Will.
And just a very interesting gunfight right here. Decoy finally gets taken out by Tatio. They sat there trading shots for, I think, a solid 40 seconds before either of them ended up getting the kill. It will be a 3-man advantage going the way of Infinix, as Mason going to be the only player remaining for Violence right here. Looking to go top side, up by the helicopter. Actually spots Cheto cross map. Beautiful shot onto him. But with 3 players surrounding him, not a whole lot he's going to be able to do, as Infinix closes out that round to retake the lead. And once again, we get ready to hop into another round of snipers versus snipers versus snipers. Actually, I don't think I see as many snipers in play. And Mason actually taken out early by Tatio. We actually have now more players sniping for Infinix than we have for the side of Violence, is Yuji, Tatio, and Cheto all electing to snipe right now. This stupid bug that forces me to be in third person is going to drive me insane. But we do have Will picking up the first kill for Violence. Yuji gets the shot onto Decoy. Give them now a 2-man advantage as Envoy drops Olev. Will and Forbid, the only Violence players remaining, and Tatio looking to push up on the backside with his teammate Yuji. Actually, Forbid ends up winning the gunfight. Tempo gets the refrag, and it is now down to Will in the 1v2, not able to land the shots onto Tempo, and it is now match point going the way of Infinix.
And Tempo has been a really big pickup here for the side of Infinix this season. I know towards the end of last season we struggled with, I believe, we didn't really get a consistent player for the side of Infinix. I mean, it was like Munoz 1 week, and then Woods the next week. So Tempo, big pickup, as Tatio gets an opening wallbang kill there onto Forbid. Again, these long spawn shots are so dominant on this map, which is why you see a lot of sniper performance here. So
yeah, Cheto picks up a snipe right there as well. Decoy gets 1 for his team, but ends up getting traded in. Olev now the lone surviving player. And with 4 remaining Infinix players, not a whole lot he's going to be able to do. He is going to spot 1 player top side of the helicopter platform, but not able to land the shots with his location given away. It's only a matter of time. Envoy is able to take him out, but the refrag going to Tempo, and once again, we've got Infinix coming away with the win. Now our only remaining undefeated team as we close out our final matchup of the night in Mobile Mayhem Season 3, Day 3.
absolutely a fun one to see the night close out on. Again, we got to see a lot of sniper performance here on this map. Definitely had some exciting games today. A little bit of trolling that made things just a little bit of a change up, which I'm gonna be honest, I was okay with. I mean, it was still fun to watch there, Bobby.
Yeah.
So,
definitely kept things entertaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for our final match of the night. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit the follow both on YouTube and on Trovo every Tuesday and Thursday night. We will be here for Mobile Mayhem, and definitely going to be checking out the action for the Stage 4 Championships for EU this weekend as well. Should have some announcements for that on Twitter pretty soon, so make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. But that's going to be it. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a follow. Make sure to say thank you day in chat as well, and make sure to show some love to whoever we end up rating. Me it for the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we will catch you guys next time.